searching begins. Find yourself within. Take up your blade. Let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid. Make your destiny will find you. Friends at your side, may the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Hello, checkers and pleasers, and welcome to another episode of Check Please.
Hello, hello. Here we are. I'm your DM Beardy, and these are my lovely players.
Hello there, my name is Keni, and I play Louie Freeman, ice boy feeling his feelings extraordinaire.
Hi, I'm Screwy.
No.
That was too fast.
The
That was
bone
too
boy.
fast
No,
on-
you
You're right,
need
yeah.
to
Yeah.
delay, like look like you're attending, but you're not. No, you gotta be like looking at the
Oh, yeah.
camera, but just waiting, like an excessive amount of time.
Why we gotta beat up on Screwy when he's not here?
Because we
I
love him.
love you, buddy.
And he's probably
but-
watching.
He's probably watching in Disney World right now.
I think it's fine.
He'll be okay.
Anyways, your true intro.
Well, I guess I can go by Grem then. But I'm still going to play Valentino.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
Nice. I am Shane, and I play Xander, the lover boy.
And I'm Xeno. I play the PhD holder, Zu'lin.
Supposedly.
I'm gonna flex
And what is-
about it. Jeez.
What does PhD stand for in context to Zu'lin?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Pretty
It's
hot.
definitely reference to his
doctor.
pretty huge dick.
The whole entire point of a PhD is just so people have to call you doctor.
Yeah.
And you correct them on it.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Well, anyway, does anybody want to cover what happened last time?
Sure. So a quick recap of what happened last time. We ended off the session before on the way to Saraibo, and this time we picked up the morning after as we broke up our camp. Notably, we didn't have most of our stuff because we lost it in the witch attack, and so there wasn't really much to carry. Despite that, Bastion seems to have pulled his back, and Louie was like, "Hey, Bastion, I need to talk to you later. Is that okay?" And then later arrived. Louie did not see Bastion approach, so he was like, "Hey, can I talk to you right now?" So remember how you said that you were going to take Xander clothes shopping? Don't lead him on. And Bastion was like, "Bro, what do you mean? I'm not leading him on." And Louie was like, "Don't you see that, like, what you're saying could be taken as romantic?" And Bastion was like, "What? No way. Like, does Xander have feelings for me?" And Louie was like, "No, maybe there's a possible alternate universe in which there is maybe a case that could be made for the fact that Xander might be interested in you slightly. Okay." And then Bastion was like, "Huh. Well, I mean, if Xander was like, 'Hey, bro, I'm interested in you,' I'd be like, 'Whoa, that's crazy. Do you want to, like, figure out what works best for everybody? Also, like, would it be a problem if Xander and I were dating?'" And Louie was like, "Yes." Meanwhile, everyone is looking at this being like, what are they talking about? And the consensus seemed to be Bastion said something about Louie's mother and maybe how hot she was, and now Louie is really angry at him because that's kind of the dynamic, or what the dynamic has been so far. In any case, they reached a resolution to that conversation, and we headed back to Saraibo, but not before we had to make camp for the night, and Stavik decided he wanted some swordplay lessons, and so he and Valentino had a little bit of a sparring session, as one does, though it was relatively one-sided to Stavik's.
I think he put up a good fight.
Yeah, sure. I was going to say to Stavik's credit, but I actually don't know how to finish that sentence. So instead, I will say that Stavik did misinterpret a lot of the advice given to him, so perhaps he would have done a lot better and maybe could have bested Valentino if that wasn't the case. But who knows? That is a counterfactual statement.
Yeah, probably not, but maybe.
Probably not. Yeah, exactly. In any case, Xander had a little conversation with his friend where he said, I'm good. I'll listen to your offer and I'll think about it and I'll get back to you sometime later. So we headed back to Sarajevo, where we received a visit from a harpy with a letter and then a wizard with some Dupree servants who brought us a massive chest that turned out to be full of gold, more gold than they had actually promised us because we did such a great job defending their city from murderers. We returned to the tavern where Louie proceeded to get very, very drunk, or maybe somewhat drunk, rather. We were having a good time together. Zu'lin did some shopping. Xander also did some shopping. Valentino was playing music and serenading everyone as he always does. And just about the time when Husa woke up from her stony slumber, a series of vines and stuff surrounded the tavern and we got attacked by walking salads. The walking salads were, let's just say they had hands, and several of us nearly went down. Husa very, very, very nearly died, but thankfully we were able to bring her back up. Stavik got entangled, not by the plants, but by his own sinewy pile of clothes, so that's great. And we did manage to take down all the plants, at which point we heard a strange voice in our head saying something like, you thought you could steal from life and things would just go about as normal. This is just the beginning. And then the life drained from the salads and they returned back to their constituent parts as we all witnessed a strange visitor in our heads that looked to be a dryad with kind of thorns and vines replacing its hair. As that happened, our hostess, Elena, was like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't me doing this, so probably all your fault. That was crazy. And that's more or less where we ended off.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So in the aftermath of that fight, you all find yourselves still here in the now closed green fields. It is now closed to the public after the attack. Many of the windows are shattered that are in the process of being mended by Elena. And my question to everyone is there anything the party would like to do in the evening of April the 22nd?
Nope.
Not particularly.
I guess the only thing that Zu'lin would do is he would go around the premise to see if there's any evidence of any kind that you can find.
Sure. I'll take a perception check to search the area around the Greenfields building.
Got it. 26.
Nice.
With a 26, you're going to note that as you're searching around the Greenfields, the building is of course covered in these dried up vines that had initially covered the building during the attack, but then once the attack ended, they quickly withered and dried up. The vines are still there. So that's there. But aside from that, you find nearby, between the Greenfields and a few other buildings, there is a small garden. And that garden is entirely torn up. It appears that all of the plants that were planted there, it's as if they burst up out of the ground and left behind a bunch of ruined soil. So it does appear that these walking salads came from this garden, perhaps.
Gotcha. Well, Zu'lin will return eventually and announce his findings.
It's.
Well,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
it does seem that the abominations had been summoned from quite nearby. Some of the gardens are quite disheveled.
Well, I suppose we're probably going to have to deal with this after we're done with our morning activities.
Zu'lin's head will tilt. Morning activities as in...
Well, Bastion and Xander are going clothing shopping, and I am out and about with Elena in the morning tomorrow.
I see. Yes, I suppose. Although, do you think that this presence will be following us on the road as well?
You
That'd
mean...
probably be the best, right? Rather than staying here.
I would agree. I wouldn't want to cause any more property damage.
Same.
And we demonstrated, I think, pretty well that we're not going to have a problem with these things. Just have to be careful around any garlands.
Unfortunately, there's forests on our path that we go, right? As we're making our way
on the path between Saraibo and the rest of your destinations.
Yeah.
Not so much, no. There aren't
Really?
really any major forests in this part of Burgos. I mean,
Were
there
we-
are like some dotted trees here and there, but no great dense forests in the region.
Were we not in a forest when we were in the downpour?
Well, that was
Yeah.
maybe an illusion.
It's possible that didn't exist at all, but it certainly was a forest, or at least a stand of trees, that was off the eastern side of the road on the way to Rosalejo.
Gotcha.
But the route is largely through rolling plains.
Okay.
But there are trees every so often, just no major forests, I should say.
Well, so long as we're not being attacked by some creeping grass, I think we might be all right on the road then.
Yeah. Are we not gonna try to just deal with it before we leave?
Well, do you
That depends.
know where it is?
No, but I guess I assumed we could find it, but I suppose I have nowhere to start with that.
Well, we could always start at the source where we took care of that other nature spirit.
Maybe.
Assuming that is the source.
Oh,
I'll
I would-
ask tomorrow.
Sounds good.
That's cool.
The tree.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Oh, of
Tree's
course.
probably got to catch its beauty sleep.
Well, trees technically talk really slowly, but as long as you have patience, you should be able to get the answers you want. What?
Bro, I don't think trees talk. I mean, I've never heard one speak before. Did they talk to you?
No.
Okay.
I like the vibe check.
Go for it. Give me that vibe check.
Oh no. What we got? Yeah, nice 4.
Well, Kenny, what do you think a 4 is gonna get Zu'lin in that vibe check?
Louie is looking away, whether or not that's because he's telling the truth and is embarrassed on that, or if he's embarrassed for getting called out for something fictional. You have no idea. He is looking away, though.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, you do. That's what I was saying. They don't talk in the morning. They do. You just need legendary patience.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it because I've never heard a tree talk before.
Well, yeah, you just got to. It's really an acquired skill, you know.
Oh, that would explain it. I guess I've never really tried, so like, makes sense that I wouldn't be able to.
I'm so excited for Bastion to try, just sitting in front of a tree for like hours.
Bro, I don't think this is working.
Well, now you have to start over again because you just talked.
You just interrupted him.
Anyways, we'll figure this out one step at a time. Okay?
Cool.
Zoom
Of course.
But for now, we're actually in a place where we can get some rest on nice, cozy beds. So make sure to enjoy it before we're back on the road and sleeping on the ground again.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a little while before we get to a real bed again. Probably maybe like 5 days on the road, something like that. Maybe like 4 nights out there. I mean, unless we like get attacked by another witch or whatever, and then we end up stuck out there for like another who knows how long. and then
Don't
we have
put
to
that
spend
out
more
in the
time
world.
underground. Yeah, I mean, not that it wasn't like super terrible, but like it did kind of suck. And also Xander almost died, so like that was all
Like
bad.
multiple times. But also, it did actually super suck. So.
All the adventure we just went through?
With the hag?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the hag part was kind of irritating. Forgetting things is not. That sucked. But, I mean, she's fucking dead.
Yeah, it's like one less hag in the world.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How
And
many
we are
hags
able
in
to-
the world do you think there are?
7 or 8.
I sure hope so, Bastion. I
Okay.
hope so.
We'll get them all.
Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to fight more.
I mean, like, if we get rid of them all, then they're all gone, you know? And nobody else has to deal with them. And that's pretty cool. Probably.
You
I
know
support
what?
that.
Yeah, there are many evils we will conquer and die.
Yeah.
I am concerned, though, Bastion. How will you be able to tell which individuals are hags and which are just old, decrepit women?
Well, I mean, like, the hags are the ones that have, like, the creepy magic stuff, and they, like, play with your mind and, like, turn you into frogs and shit. Like,
Did
think
one
it's
of us
pretty-
get
pretty
turned
easy.
into frogs on one of those events?
I mean, maybe. I don't really remember the whole thing, but, like, I might have been a frog for a while. It'd be
They
kind of
got
fun.
that. They got that big hag energy.
That's true. It's true.
What?
But hey, yeah, like you said before,
Yeah,
the
that
hag's
magic, the hag energy.
Oh, hag
Yeah.
energy, right. Okay.
dead. Hmm. Yeah, but they're dead and we're not, so like we won. So that's cool.
That's true. And I'll take it.
Yeah, and we got to ride like a big floating rock thing for like a day. So like,
It was cool.
how many times get you to do that in your life? You know?
That's true. We're able to say we've done stuff that I don't think most people on this world has ever been able to say.
Yeah.
And in combination, it's even more grand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we had like that rock that was apparently worth like a fortune, and we just like sent it up into space.
I don't think we had much control on that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I
just
suppose
bounce
I will-
off the watermelon and come back?
I mean, it might. It depends on like if it hits one of the star holes or not.
That's right.
Because like if it goes through one of the star holes, then it's off into that white area that's beyond, and who knows what's out there? Probably
Well,
like
it
angels and
won't.
shit.
We weren't. I wasn't aiming for that.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it'll just
Yeah.
hit the watermelon and come back.
Yeah. So we'll just grab it when it comes back.
Yeah, maybe. It might land somewhere else though. I don't know. But hey, maybe we'll find it again.
Yeah,
Be
and
kinda fun, right?
hopefully it'll stay above ground enough to where we can actually get it and sell it or something or whatever people do with those
Yeah,
things.
we'll like chop it up and sell it as like gems or something.
Ye-
Make like lots of money.
Yeah, that'll be our new business, selling rock.
I mean, somebody's got to, right?
True.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna probably call it a night, I suppose. So.
Yeah.
Good work, everybody.
Thanks, Bastion.
Yeah.
I suppose I should depart as well then.
Okay. Good night, Zu'lin.
Good night to the both of you.
Thank you. Wait,
You
there's
as
three
well,
of us.
Valentino, of course.
I figured I was included in the both of you, but I just didn't know who else was getting left out. I didn't wanna call them out.
Good night, Zu'lin.
Xander,
Yes, Louie?
do you mind if I stay with you and for safety?
I suppose if it's a safety concern, it would be heartless for me to tell you no.
Only if you don't mind the company.
I think I was actually planning on being unreachable tonight.
All right, not a problem.
But you're welcome to stay.
Okay. Well, good night, Valentino.
Yes. Sleep well. I am just pondering this shit.
Pondering what?
Well, it's the spirit or whatever said we took something, which is kind of ironic given that we don't have most of our shit.
Well, sometimes taking something, it doesn't always mean something that you can physically hold.
Yes, I realize. Oh,
If you come up with anything, please let us know.
I've already come up with a few things, but I'll let you know when I've figured it out.
Of course.
Alright, as you are.
Good night.
Valentino, go to bed.
All right. And as Valentino heads off to bed, then we shall move time forward as Louie and Xander have a conversation that you can all catch in a yes please that already happened. So time rolls forward as it always do, and it is going to push us forward to the morning of April the 23rd. And in the morning of April the 23rd, we'll say it's about 8 a.m. or so. Dawn arrives, the sun is up, birds are tweeting. What would you like to do?
What are they tweeting about? Sorry.
There it is.
Myself.
Whether or not the DM's going to throw just random d6s of damage at the characters. That's all.
I'll dodge it.
But feel free to rest your characters, reset your spells, what have you. And, yeah.
All right. Was anyone hurt, by the way, yesterday?
Emotionally?
I think Stavik, Zu'lin, and maybe Bastion were injured still at the end of the day, but otherwise I think the rest of us are okay.
Okay, I'll put some healing into Bastion before he goes to bed.
Excellent. Wonderful. Bastion is going to be okay then.
You can just imagine in your mind the door opening. Zu'lin has 2 syringes out, just looking at Bastion, and that's where the
Pink
scene
frilly
ends.
apron.
Maid outfit. I'll just put all that in there.
You got it.
Holy shit.
So you throw out some pretty good healing for everybody, and the morning comes around. Feel free to put yourselves at basically full health. That's totally fine. And make sure to reset any particular spells you have for the day. As the dawn comes, and folks step out into the common room of the Greenfields.
Louie very early in the morning had gotten tea for him and Xander and was simply journaling at the desk in the room that Xander was staying in.
You find the building, like the inn itself is currently locked. The front door is bolted shut, and when you go into the kitchen to make the tea, you find that Elena is not on the premises, so she may have left during the night and locked the place up as she did.
All right, I'm still gonna make tea.
No, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no, good to know. But yeah, Louie's just relaxing on the desk, sketching and then switching to notes and then doing as he does normally.
Oh, where is Louie?
Louie is in Xander's room.
Okay. Well, Zu'lin will enter the main area and is just going to sit at a table for now. That way, for everyone to wake up.
Xander at some point will slowly wake up.
Louie will greet him as he does and gently offer a mug of tea. You don't have to drink it, but I thought it might be something nice for in the morning.
Thank you, Louie. Xander is going to say as he looks puzzled.
Oh, was that okay?
Oh, yes, Louie. I appreciate the morning tea.
Okay. I'd tell you secrets instead, but I don't really think I have any right now.
Well, we're not in the right place for secrets anyways.
It's true. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go out to the main room, but you take your time waking up, and let me know if you need anything, okay?
Will do, Louie.
Louie will gently take his own mug and leave the room. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, bro.
Good morning, Mr. Freeman.
It's a beautiful day today.
It's always a beautiful day. It's just have different kinds of beauty.
Yeah. Did you all sleep well or anything?
Of course.
Well enough, I suppose. if it's such a nice day, should we get started on it right away then?
Well, I did promise a young lady that I would take her on a date, so I do have to complete that before we leave. I apologize for the inconvenience.
You think that it's going to be the first thing on our mind right now? I'm not sure.
I
Genuine question. I
don't know. I mean, if she doesn't want to do it, it's fine.
Oh no.
I think it's just...
I feel so. We got, if I can wingman for you if that's what's needed.
No. No, I'd rather be friends.
Are you sure
honestly.
there's none better?
I'd rather be friends with her, if anything.
You see.
Zu'lin will look at Xander's direction. Good morning, friend.
Good morning, Zu'lin. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. The idea just hit me that if we were to find some red petals, I could probably makeshift a dye if you wanted to return your hair to its natural state.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, Zu'lin. I will consider the offer, though honestly, I have not given much consideration to the color of my hair.
This is fair. Just know that making a dye would be no issue at all. Quite simple, really.
I appreciate it, Zu'lin.
But yeah, I think if anything, it's more of an honor-bound thing that I should go and do this with her, but I'll still make sure she has a nice time for the morning, and hopefully it gets her mind off of the events of last evening, if she so chooses to do this. If not, I'm fine.
By the way, where is Stavik?
Stavik has not come out of his room.
By the way, where is Stavik?
I don't know. I didn't see him since early last night, to be honest.
Like, he took a bit of a beating in that with those vegetables. So maybe he took it personally.
Also, where's Husa?
Are you gonna ask in question, in character?
Because I don't know if Zu'lin already knows this information.
Fair, fair.
True.
I would assume Zu'lin would know.
Well, sun's up, so she's petrified.
Did she have a bedroom or somewhere that we know that she went to at the end of the evening?
She does have a bedroom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the room beside Xander's room. I'll ping it. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was a bathroom.
It's sometimes a bathroom and sometimes a bedroom. Don't worry about
It's
it.
multi-purpose, okay?
Multi-purpose room. Currently, it's Husa storage, so don't worry about it.
So I will say that as Xander made his way towards this common area, he would have opened the door and then put a pine cone in Husa's petrified hand for when she wakes up.
You find that Husa has turned to stone while in like the fetal position in bed, because she was escorted there after she was inebriated the previous evening and passed out in the bed.
He'll make sure she's comfortable and then
She
put
sleeps and
pine
turns to
cone.
stone?
I mean, she got pass out drunk.
Okay.
happens to all of us.
To the best of us, even.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll wake up feeling like $1 million.
I did make sure she got a lot of water. Yeah. So at some point we'll have to put Husa back in the cart, of course, but I figure we can handle our grocery shopping this morning, if anything.
There's still vegetables lying around everywhere.
I personally need to, just for now, just grab a an okay shirt to travel in, so I'm not bare all the time. I'm not really into showing my chest at all moments, personally.
Whatever suits you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably pull off the look.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get you like one of those like kind of like jerkin vest sort of things that sort of like just kind of cover like just a little bit, but like leaves most of your like chest showing. You're pretty cool. Show off the sweet scars and stuff.
Just go tits out, bro.
I mean, fuck it, right? Why not?
Louie's face is just red, and he keeps opening his mouth to answer, but it seems like no words are coming out. Dang. Okay. I don't think that's particularly my style, but I appreciate the compliments. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
I now feel incredibly embarrassed, though, so please someone change the subject.
Sure. So, what are you gonna do on your date?
It's not a date. I was just gonna, I don't know, maybe grab her some flowers, like yellow roses and tulips and stuff. And I don't know, she knows the town better than me, so I guess we could go for a promenade and see things around.
All right. Well, that sounds kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah.
So, plan is that what? We do like our afternoon stuff and then hit the road, or what?
Well, it's still morning, so I'd assume we do our morning stuff and then hit the road.
No, I mean like, are we staying the night again tonight and then leaving
Oh.
town tomorrow, or are we leaving today?
Do we want us? I mean, I guess it really depends on this plant situation.
Yeah, unless we have to stay here to resolve that, I think we should hit the road as soon as possible.
I agree. The less we're a problem for people, the better.
Then we
So
should
I'm
probably
kinda
leave.
Shit my back.
Okay, we'll leave after we're done with everything, okay, Xander? Unless you want to
Sure.
leave now.
No, please, enjoy your date.
Not a date.
I mean, it's kind of a date.
What would you term it as then?
Just a promenade.
Does Elena know this?
Well, I mean, like, if she thinks it's a date, then it's kind of a date, right?
Yeah, that's at least kind of a date.
I suppose, but I am planning to respectfully turn her down, so I feel a bit terrible to call it that.
Sometimes you get a shitty first date, or I guess second date in this type of situation. From what I heard, the first one was amazing.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be turning her down if it wasn't a date, right? There'd be nothing to turn down in that situation.
I'm not particularly good at this. I've never dated anyone.
Really, bro?
I don't count my wife as dating since I just sort of got thrown into that. So, no,
Gotcha.
I've never...
Like a arranged marriage situation.
But wouldn't this be your second date with Elaine?
Yes, I guess.
Well, you've
Sweet,
already
bro.
doubled your experience, so that's
Yeah.
good.
I don't think I'm very good at it.
And just like remember, like at the end of the date, like you gotta like read the signals and see if like she's open to it, and
Oh.
then like give her a kiss.
But
It's pretty normal.
I told you I'm turning her down.
Oh, right.
And don't
Yes,
Maybe you change your mind on your date. Maybe like on the date, like she'll say some stuff, and you'll be like, man, like I could see myself getting old with this chick.
I don't think I'm changing my mind.
Okay.
In either case, what is the lovely lady coming to, I suppose, her own establishment?
I don't know. She said early in the morning, so I didn't think it'd be that long. I kind of just want to get on the road mostly. And you can see Louie's left leg is kind of bouncing up and down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Question, Beardy.
Yes.
Does Elena have, like, a room here?
No,
Okay.
not that you're aware of.
All right.
A bit odd.
Oh, are you going to play for us now, Valentino?
Yeah, I could sense a palpable silence. I figured could use a little ambiance.
Louie will pat the chair next to him, looking at Xander.
Xander will take a seat.
It's a dirty 20 on that performance.
Okay.
Serenade you on with something relatively nice.
Yeah, you pull out your lute and you play some nice music for everybody as they sort of chill and have a nice calm morning. Time rolls forward, as it typically does in these situations, and by 9 a.m., Elena has yet to return.
That feels weird, right? Like, normally she works otherwise.
Early morning is starting to look like pretty late in the morning.
Zu'lin's going to open up the door and look outside, see if he
It's
sees
locked! We're locked in the fucking building!
Well, there's a deadbolt on the inside, so...
Oh, okay.
anything. I solved your puzzle, Beardy.
Yay!
That's because this one wasn't a hag.
yeah.
That's true.
You open the deadbolt, and the door is now unlocked. You look outside, and you can see the town is about normal. There doesn't seem to be anything too strange about it.
No giant vines engulfing the area.
None that you're aware of.
Well, maybe I should go out and just make the purchases right away so that it's done with and I'm not on a breakup date somehow with an exposed arm. So I guess I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go to like a clothing shop really quick to grab a shirt and then a florist. Savvy?
If she shows up while you're gone, we'll keep her here.
Thank you. I'll be back in a little while,
Someone
guys.
should go with you.
Okay.
Ah, yes, the bodies.
No, I can accompany you if you are willing, of course.
Sure.
Zu'lin will step out.
Louie will give a glance back for a moment and then just kind of do a polite nod with a different expression than normal. And then we'll follow Zu'lin out.
And we'll head over to the market.
Okay. Zu'lin and Louie, you head to the Saraibo Market. And it is known here as the Old Orchard. The Old Orchard Market, and your group, or the two of you, make your way from the green fields to the Old Orchard. And you find the place to be fairly as you had seen it before. It's busy this time of day. There are lots of people coming here to buy and sell things early in the day. And there are lots of objects for sale. What are you looking for in particular?
Louie's just looking for a white shirt, pretty much kind of puffy sleeve with like a more close-in wristlet area that kind of ends middle forearm. Just pop collar if possible, because he likes doing that. And other than that it's a really quick purchase for him. He doesn't mind really, just whatever color they have. He's not picky. It's not going to be his like next armor set or anything. It's just to make sure that he's not exposed.
Sure.
And then
You find
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you find a pretty standard linen shirt for about 5 silver.
Okay. And he'll pay that easy peasy, and then he'll head off with Zu'lin to the florist, pick up some yellow tulips, some white daisies, and like a yellow rose, like a very small bouquet. And then he'll pick up some more flowers as well.
What if they're fresh out of yellow and only have red?
There's no red he's buying. He's only going to buy yellow flowers.
Okay. Then you buy yellow.
Okay.
But what if red?
No, he's going to ignore every red flower for that bouquet.
You got
And then I have a list of other flowers.
it. Mm-hmm.
While you're there, you'll also see Zu'lin talking to the person in front. If you are able to get any of it, he's asking about like these various particular reagents and stuff that are definitely not flowers.
Louie is like delicately picking out flowers and like assorting them the way he likes, and he'll like turn his head from time to time when he hears a weird word.
Here at one point he's talking about mushrooms.
Oh god. Didn't you get enough
Sadly,
mushrooms from down in the caves?
Sadly, the florist just does not have any mushrooms.
It's bad florist.
What?
True.
So my mama always said,
I don't think your mama ever said that, darling.
if your florist don't have no mushrooms, she a bitch.
What the fuck? Kyle,
say it every
I
day.
need to talk to you and your mom. Anyways, yeah. So Louie will have several bundles and kind of have them securely stowed away as best he can. And
Okay.
will return to Zu'lin's side once he's done and paid for them. And you
3
can take,
gold.
yeah, easy peasy payment.
Okay.
All right, that's everything on my list. So I'm ready to go back.
Of course. Do you by any chance know where Elena lives?
No,
Hmm.
I don't think so.
Do you think maybe we should find out and just ensure for her well-being, of course?
Okay. Sure. Do you think would we go to the town hall for that?
Zu'lin will literally go back into the florist.
Oh, okay. That
Oh,
actually that
excuse me,
works. I didn't think about
You
that.
by any chance know where Lane lives? So she's not at the typical place at her bar.
The
I will
green
take
fields.
I will take a diplomacy check to gather information.
You got it. 15.
The florist does indeed know roughly where Elena lives. She is one of the more prominent citizens in town, of course, owning the green fields. So you're given the directions to a reasonable-sized house on the southwest part of the Sour Hill district.
Okay. Well,
And-
shall we then?
Go to her place.
Well, we can't see if she's all right if we don't. Is that correct?
I suppose. Why do you think she's not all right?
Well, it is quite late in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What time, Beardy, do establishments normally open?
Typically, a lot of these markets and standard establishments open up at dawn. So at this time of year, that would be about 7:30 to 8 a.m. And they're usually open for the entire span of the day, as long as through basic daylight hours.
Mhm.
A lot of shops tend to close around midday for an hour or two, or like a long lunch, and then we'll be open for the rest of the day.
Does that include taverns or just shops?
That's just shops. Taverns are typically open throughout the day, and then into the night as well.
Cool.
Those are typically closed in the mornings. Just the pure drinking establishments, I should say. An inn is different. It's open pretty much 24 hours a day.
So it is odd though that we.
I mean, she did say
He's not
she'd
there.
come in the morning, but like Louie might have a different understanding of what early is to her. But as I have different opinions of what early is to Beardy.
It's true.
Yeah,
Also, we've seen her earlier in the establishment.
it's true.
And also, it did just get attacked. So
Yeah, reasonable. Okay, yeah, let's head there just in case.
Okay.
But
So you want to head to Elena's home?
Yeah, he'll have the bouquet just kind of held out.
Okay.
While he's walking, Zu'lin, you can see Louie almost like kind of practicing how he's holding it, where he's like trying not to look like too romantic with the gesture.
he's like,
Between his teeth,
Ew.
hair slicked back.
Amazing.
No.
So by about 10 a.m., you arrive at the house described.
Mhm.
It's a moderate-sized home. Looks like Elena's probably somewhat well-to-do, being a business owner and prominent citizen. What's that?
Nothing.
Okay. And yeah, the building appears to be otherwise nondescript. It just looks like a decent middle class, maybe upper middle class home. It's certainly not the most fancy building on the street, but it's reasonable. I will take a perception check
Okay.
from the two of you as you approach the building.
10.
19.
Louie, you notice something a little bit strange, and that is that the door is not fully closed. It's almost closed. It's just sort of barely, just slightly off of its latch.
This breakup is going to be so easy.
It's gonna be really easy, I guess. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Louie really didn't want to go on the date, so he made some preparations last night.
Obviously, yeah, I wasn't preoccupied with anything else.
Anyone else find it weird that Louie didn't want to check up on Elena in the morning?
I think it's weird that you're like
You're
so
right.
insistent on this, but okay.
Kind of weird, right?
Okay. Anyways, Louie's gonna kind of grab Zu'lin by his shoulder really quick. Hey, maybe I'm just paranoid, but that door's not closed, actually.
Indeed. Very likely that someone could have broken the location. Should we go in ourselves, or should we call for the others?
How far are we away from the green fields?
Not terribly far.
Okay.
It's-
If I used message, do you think I could get to someone in there?
A message has a. Let me check the range on message. I think it's probably out of that range.
It's like 100 plus 10
Yeah,
level or
no,
something
it'd
like
be
that.
like 160 feet or whatever. So yeah, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not nearly in range for message yet.
Well, if someone's injured inside, it's worse to not check on them, so just in case, we should probably go in.
Understood.
But
It's such a bad idea.
he didn't say that, though! You can advise me against certain decisions. We'll do a really quick check, and maybe she just forgot to close her door or something, but let's be careful, okay?
I suppose that is true. Shall I knock then?
Yeah. Wait. Yes. Let's knock.
Zu'lin's going to walk up to the door, open it, and is going to knock on the inside portion
All right,
as
Zu'lin,
he walks through.
as you open the door, we are going to pan the camera back to the green fields.
Oh no.
You have committed sins, and now you must pay for them.
What
so-
sins?
Bastion, Xander, and Valentino are currently waiting in the green fields. Time has moved forward a little bit longer, so Zu'lin and Louie have been gone for maybe 30, 45 minutes at this point. And Bastion looks over at Xander. So bro, when do you want to go shopping for stuff? I know you wanted to get some new threads.
Oh, yeah, we could go right after we figure out where Elena is and make sure she doesn't, bite a chunk out of Louie or something.
All right. Shrugs.
Is there anything that you need to buy while we're out shopping?
I mean, if something catches my eye, I guess, like I might pick up something.
Gotcha. Oh, speaking of... Could you hand me those whip cakes you're so fond of?
The ones I have, I mean, they're not really in the best condition. He will pull out this bag. It's like a small pouch that at this point kind of has these spots that are appearing on the outside of the pouch where it looks like grease or something has sort of soaked through. And he'll set it down, and there's like a little puff of spores that comes out of the bag as he sets it down. They're pretty moldy.
Here, let me try a little magic trick, he's gonna say, and he's gonna blow into his hands and then make a swirling gesture, and it's gonna become a ring. He will cup his hand underneath the ring, and he'll say, "Try dropping them into my hand."
All right. And he pulls out a whip cake, and it is fuzzy. The whip cake is fully covered in feather-like fronds of mold and fungus. And he takes one out and will drop it into Xander's hand.
Okay, Xander is going to concentrate on the circle and the whip cake as it falls through, and I would like to cast a spell
Okay,
and
go
see if
for
this does anything.
Fireball.
it.
Yes.
All right, make a reflex save.
Xander is going to cast Purify Food and Drink.
Wonderful. All right, you cast Purify Food and Drink, and when you do, the food that drops through that little ring, and or the whip cake in this case, falls to that ring and lands in your hand, and it appears to go from being this fully spored up, disgusting, dried, horrid, crumbly thing to going back to being a fresh, puffy, chocolatey bun of goodness with delicious cream filling icing on the inside.
He will take it and he will hand it to Bro.
It's a miracle. Holy shit, bro. And he takes it from you, smells it, takes a bite. It's like it just came out of the oven.
He's done this before.
This is actually different.
It's different? Oh, okay.
The other thing you did was you were like preserving.
Yes, the other
right.
one preserves
Yeah.
it. This one restores things that have gone bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. Xando, you're like a miracle worker.
Thank you, Bro.
Here. And he'll rip it in half and hand you half of the whip cake.
He'll take it and take a bite. It's his first time having one, actually.
They are cakey and delicious. They are. It's like a rich chocolate flavored cake. It is. I wouldn't say spongy, but it is definitely soft and crumbly.
Mhm.
And after you purify it, somehow even is a little bit on the warm side. The frosting, the filling, the icing, whatever you want to call it, in the middle is almost has this granular texture to it. It's incredibly rich and sweet. Like the cake itself is not as sweet as you would expect a cake to be. It's much more chocolate forward. But when you take the bite of both the chocolate cake and the cream, it mixes in your mouth and becomes this sort of perfect, balanced flavor that neither piece would be on its own.
Xander will lick his fingers and say, normally I don't have a sweet tooth, but that was really good. Thanks, Bastion.
Oh man, thank you, bro. Oh, he finishes off the half he had in his hand and happily munches on it.
Xander is gonna take a look behind the bar. Is the tankard still there?
Yes.
Okay. Valentino, are you hungry? We have fresh whip cakes. If
You made
Bro
them
wants
fresh?
to share, of course. One of my many gifts.
My friend, you're too abundant in them.
Well,
Well, don't mind if I do. Music abruptly stops. I'm running over for a whip cake.
Xander
so
will do the same trick again.
So another is purified, and it is fresh and delicious once more.
Ah, it's already nostalgic.
Yeah. Remind me if we ever get back over toward Dracaris. Well, yeah, we get more of these things.
We will. Don't worry. Though, speaking of getting things,
Mhm.
do you feel like they've been gone for a little long for flowers? Didn't
I mean,
take me that long.
probably, but like, I mean, I also feel like bro could probably like take way more time than you could expect for almost any like standard activity. Like, Louie just kind of like enjoys looking at stuff.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's not like quick when it comes to anything. Not that that's like a bad thing. It's just he takes his time with stuff.
Yeah. I can see what you mean by that.
But like we're using the buddy system, so it's they're safe. Like bro and
Yeah, he's
Zulu are
with
like
Zu'lin.
yeah, like they're fine.
He should be fine.
Xander looks away. Yeah, most certainly. Besides, he would have sent me a message if something was wrong.
Well, yeah,
Yes. I've
So,
been
like-
they probably run into a lane while they were out there.
yeah, probably. I mean, it's not that big of a town. I mean, where could she have gone?
Exactly. She's probably out getting stuff for repairs or new supplies, maybe if food that went bad or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, Xander, do you wanna get this shopping stuff done before they all close up for lunch or not?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll hold on
so,
the fort.
oh, I was gonna ask because I think last night, Xander, you said that the buddy system was dead, and I wasn't sure if that applied anymore or if that was just like a night thing.
Well, I think Louie formally killed it, but as we have found, sometimes things that die tend to come back nowadays. So
That's true.
I suppose the
So-
buddy system is a thing if we want it to be a thing.
I mean, it's probably a good idea. So, like, if I'm gonna buddy up with you, Xando, I guess Val, you can buddy up with Stavik,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so it'll work out. I mean, unless you like wanted to hop along, because like Stavik's probably just gonna like meditate all day or whatever it is that he does.
Not intruding.
Bro will shrug and look at Xander.
No, not at all, Valentino. You are most welcome.
Hey, Stavik, you let us know if Elena comes back. All right, good enough for me.
If any of that came through or not.
It did.
Oh, good.
It also sounded like someone was being like strangled.
It sounded like the parents from Peanuts.
Yeah, good. Wop, 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 wop. Yeah.
Fuck Peanuts. Anyways.
Just imagine it's the sound of Stavik like trying to move Husa or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just yelling back while we're like, "What are you doing back there?"
Yeah, we'll buddy system Stavik to Husa. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Just in case Husa's the killer.
I think she's very much so out of that ranking for possibilities.
You
Why
think that
she's the
Husa's-
perfect candidate.
That's what
Yeah.
she wants
She
you
is-
to think.
Yeah.
The perfect candidate.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. She did all these killings and
But I
had
mean,
no
we
idea who she was.
but we didn't know her until recently, and she was
Exactly.
I mean, there were killings before we got there,
true,
so...
but
I
she had
mean-
never seen the sun until a we happened.
So
Well, they
she
didn't happen
says.
during the day. She
a
just
good
got
point.
out of the hole real fast, went over to fucking Sarajevo or Luciana,
Yeah.
fucking killed
Yeah.
people, and ran back down the hole before the sun came up.
Yeah, one of the
Exactly.
grotesques on a building in
Actually, yeah, right.
Luciana could have just been Husa.
Yeah. Hides in plain
I
sight
feel
during
like
the
it's
day.
a little far fetched, but that's me.
Don't you think that the gargoyle looks like it's trying to, like, leave the building? Isn't that a little weird? It's like climbing up the side, like, oh.
That's a really weird
Eating
one.
a pine cone.
Eating a...
So, yeah, we will, I guess, head out to go shopping.
You got it. So two of you leave the green fields and
The three.
begin looking around. Sorry, the three of you. Apologies. Head out of the green fields and make your way through town up to the nicer part of town, the upscale area where you're going to find nicer shops, which is sort of in the area between Old Town and Sour Hill. So the three of you make your way up to that part of town, and sure enough, a moment later, you find yourselves in front of a place known as the there's the sign in front of the building rather says La Cinta Dorada, which translates simply to the golden ribbon.
Oh.
Would this be where I had gotten the scarves?
Probably not. I think
Okay.
this is on the upper scale side of things. Only the finest of furnished goods and textiled material that is for sale in this shop apparently. The door is currently closed, but there is, of course, that sign there showing that this is, in fact, a high-quality textile. And at that, Bastion will sort of just walk up to the door. All right, let's see what they got.
Mm-hmm.
Kicks the door open. Steps inside.
Kicks the door open. It's like, this is a raid.
So as he steps in, you two follow and find that there are a number of high quality garments, various types, both shoes, basically everything from the head to toe is available here. There are a couple of tall mirrors to look at oneself while they're trying things on. And behind a counter here appears to be a mature looking woman, perhaps in her late 50s, but very well put together. She looks at you overall with an eye that appears well trained in understanding fashion. And upon seeing all of you, she is somewhat disappointed, it would appear, in
Even
your
with
overall
Valentino?
look.
Don't worry, Valentino looks equally disappointed in response.
Mhm. But they have elegant clothes, tailored suits, embroidered gowns, and exotic scarves, both sewn here and imported from other nations.
You telling me that
Welcome.
she's looking at Xander's outfit?
The
Yeah.
It's
fine
like,
silks, and she's sticking her nose up at it?
Yeah,
That-
What
it just
a
doesn't
bitch.
seem-
Seasons.
It doesn't seem to scratch any particular itch of fashion for her. So she looks
Okay.
at the three of you and will introduce herself and say, "Welcome to the Golden Ribbon. I am Lady Inez, and I believe you are in need of assistance."
Indeed. I was thinking of changing up my wardrobe somewhat.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear that. She walks closer to you. And just what exactly can we do for all of this? Perhaps something that more matches your hair color and skin tone.
All right.
Something that complements you a little bit better than earth tones.
Sure. I honestly have not had much experience with a shop of this repute, so please.
Well, it is my dearest and most sincere pleasure to assist people in finding something that truly speaks to their inner selves. And I think for you, something with a bit more vibrancy would do well.
Okay.
Perhaps something with a deep crimson and perhaps a stark white might do well.
I actually was thinking something along the same lines.
Lovely.
He'll look to the other two. What do the two of you think about that?
Bastion's looking at some things hanging on the walls, and he's giggling as you realize he's looking at a collection of cod pieces.
Oh my god.
What? What's that? He looks back over at you.
Don't worry about it. Continue enjoying yourself, Bastion.
Oh, sure. Some of the stuff here's pretty great. Hey, Val. You ever need to, like, cover up a boner?
No. I figure that's better for the... good news for everyone.
And while the two of them are making crude comments about cod pieces, Lady Inez is going to go into the back of the shop and return a moment later with a few bolts of fine fabric. They are indeed, as she spoke, a vibrant crimson as well as a just incredibly bright white. I imagine we could put something together that matches your particular style. Do you prefer things that are more form-fitting, that show off the curves of your body, or do you prefer something more elegant, classical, and flowy?
I have never worn anything that is not form-fitting, so I must admit I'm not quite experienced enough to judge which would suit me better. What do you think?
Well, I would say, judging by the dress and equipment that you three carry, you likely find yourselves in situations of high stress often. So I imagine range of motion and mobility are of importance to you.
Most certainly.
Good. Then perhaps form-fitting would be the way to go. I would hate for you to trip over a flowing garment in the heat of some sort of combat.
Thank you for putting so much thought into that. Yes, form-fitting sounds like it would be a good decision.
Indeed. She continues looking you up and down, trying to figure out just what would be the correct way to make something for you. While she's considering that, Bastion continues to search around the room and find some gloves that look somewhat nice. They fit in pretty well. They have the fingers cut off the ends, but they're made of a fine, supple black leather. Hey, how do these look, Val?
I think they suit you.
Nice. Wonder how much
Good
they
for
are.
lifting too, huh?
What's that?
They seem like they're good for lifting.
Oh, I was thinking they'd be good for, like, stealing stuff.
What
And
do they call
maybe...
it where you're from?
What?
What is kind of like eyes Bastion and then the shopkeeper. I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
What? I'm not going to steal from here. Like,
No.
you don't shit where you eat, you know? Meanwhile, Lady Inez
just next door, I guess.
very, very consciously ignores what he's saying.
So does Xander.
Oh god.
Valentine's
smiling.
going to start doing so. He's like, all right, it's a losing battle. Less talking we do, I think the better off we are.
Yeah. Lady Inez speaks up. Very well. I think I have an idea of something that might work for you. Though it will take me a little bit of time to put it together. Do you plan to spend much time here in Saraibo, or is your business taking you elsewhere soon? How much time do I have to work with?
We were planning on leaving relatively soon, but that
frowns.
plan may change.
I see. Perfection cannot be rushed. I'm afraid if I were to make something of appropriate style for someone such as yourself, it would take a little bit of time. But if you're on the road sooner than that, I could make something reasonable by the end of day.
How long would something approximating perfection take?
At least 3 days.
Can always get it delivered.
3 days. And would it be possible to have such a garment delivered?
Of course. I can have it sent by courier. Where do you plan on going?
We're headed towards Rosalejo.
Oh. Then I will have it sent via Farfeather Courier.
Oh, wonderful. We've had good experiences.
You would simply need to visit the office of theirs in town to pick up the parcel. With, of course, verification of your identity. But I imagine that would not be a
Yes.
trouble.
Then
Yeah.
I believe it would be a disservice to you and your craft to force you to make something below you. So please.
A fair point. In that case, I will work on creating something befitting perfection for you and have it sent to Rosalejo at earliest convenience. Of course, there is the matter of commissioning and time, materials, and all that.
Indeed.
She will get out a ledger and begin scribbling down some things with a grease pencil. And after a moment's time, she will say, I believe I can come up with something for you that will be of masterful style for 135 gold coins. Of course, there
Xander
is the matter
will-
of sending it by courier, which would add on a slight bit more, so perhaps 150 coin.
Xander will drop 15 platinum pieces.
Very well. Drop 15 plat down, and she will give you a smile and say, very well. I will begin work on this immediately. Is there anything that your friends would like to purchase that is on the rack?
Oh, Valentino, bro, would you like anything?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to buy these gloves. Anything you want, Val?
I've been giving a look around, and these are some nice pieces, but you can't improve upon perfection, unfortunately. So, unless we have a fitting crown, but I think one I've acquired is probably more appropriate.
Yeah, I don't think they have crowns here, bro.
No.
Yeah, just these gloves then. And he'll go up and negotiate a price, and after a little bit of conversation, he spends 15 gold coins to purchase these fine black leather gloves. And yeah, so after coins are exchanged, is there any other business you have in the golden ribbon?
It appears not.
Excellent.
But not for Grem.
Well, in that case, once you finish turning coins over, Lady Inez will thank you for your patronage and will begin to get to work on those things. And as she turns the handle of the door to go and begin setting up her workstation to begin crafting these items for you, you're going to hear the loud crash and smashing of glass
Oh,
Here?
fuck.
here.
Oh no.
Because at that very moment, bounding in from the out of doors through one of these windows to the north appears to be a dog-like creature made of vegetables.
God damn it.
As it enters the room, we shall roll initiative.
No, it's a bog.
You know, I'm just really glad Valentino's with you guys.
That was one fucking. Wasn't that one? Oh no. Fucking vegetal dog.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got a nat 20, so that's fun.
Took
all right.
my roll.
Took your roll. So this wood wolf is going to burst through the window on the north side of the room and is going to immediately hop up onto this table, gaining a height advantage over Valentino, and will go for a single bite attack. Valentino, you are currently flat-footed, and this is going to strike you for 11 points of piercing damage. So you are bit. As you do, you realize that this particular wood wolf is made out of slightly different stuff than the last one you've seen. And because of that, it seems to have slightly different properties. Please make me a fortitude save.
Oh.
No.
What now?
All right, that's a 12.
Valentino, I have some bad news for you, sir.
I know. can
Valentino, this wood wolf is going to bite you, and as it does, you begin to feel that whatever the constituent vegetation that is constructing this wood wolf apparently does not react well to your physiology, and you begin to feel kind of itchy. So what this is going to do for you, mechanically speaking, is you are going to be sickened as your body becomes
You bet I'm
incredibly
sickened.
itchy.
I'm gonna do the most powerful thing I can to this creature and call him a bad dog.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's right. You're a bad dog, bad vegetal creature.
The wood wolf is done, and moving in from the south appears to be a wood spirit that is going to bash that window open and end its turn. Up next in initiative is a third plant creature, a second wood spirit, is going to move in and bash this window to the north open as well. Xander, you have initiative.
Okay. Xander is going to look over to this wood dog thing. Can I actually try and see if I can figure out what the properties of these creatures
I'll take a
are?
knowledge nature. Yeah.
Okay. Come on. That's a 22.
It appears to be comprised of thistles and poison ivy,
Ooh. Yikes.
largely.
Okay. Xander is going to call out to this wonderful proprietress and say, please stand back. We will protect you. And he will take a 5-foot step so that he's there with Bastion squeezing, and he will look over his shoulder at this dog, and I would like to use my Maelstrom curse on it. So he's going to look at it, and the air around the creature is going to begin to blur as it spins very rapidly. There's kind of like a whistling noise accompanied with little sparks of gold light every once in a while. And yeah, I believe there is no save for this.
Okay. Done and done. All right, you create a maelstrom around, and this was around the wood wolf?
This is around the wood wolf, indeed.
Wonderful. Okay. That is fine. That takes us on to Bastion, who is going to 5-foot step to the south. Actually, you know what he's going to do? No, dang it. He wants to help out Val, but he also doesn't want to leave Xander in lurch. So he's going to 5-foot step to the southwest and pull both of his weapons as he does and make a 2-weapon attack out the window to try and chop at this plant thing out the window. He's only going to manage to stab it with the dagger. The rapier's going to miss as it catches on the windowsill as he tries to attack through. But the dagger he manages to stab into the wood spirit, striking for a bit of damage. Enough to barely injure the target, though. Valentino, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna 5-foot step away from this bad dog, and I am going to drop a flaming sphere on his head.
Wonderful.
So do those D6.
Okay.
Here we are.
It is going to take the damage, and in fact, it is vulnerable to fire, so it is going to take 1.5 times damage. So there is that. Target is struck with that stuff and is going to be injured as you hit it with a fireball, or a flaming sphere.
Flaming sphere. Not a fireball in this
Not a
room. That would be
fireball. Not in this room.
very funny, but bad way to lose half the party.
Truly. So I believe I have a nice little icon for this now. So we'll just slap that right there.
Ooh.
Fun.
Yeah. All right. So you throw a flaming sphere down, and the woodwolf is struck by that. It takes times.5 damage, and it is going to be Lady Inez's turn. She is going to throw the door open, screaming, and is going to flee the area. That is her turn.
Great.
Good.
The woodwolf is up, and it is going to not heal this round. It is instead going to 5 foot step to the south, and go for a bite. This time towards Xander. That is going to miss. That is its turn. Wood Spirit in the door, or in the window rather, to the south of Bastion is going to try and attack with a couple of slams. Ouch. This is going to roll quite well. And Bastion is going to get struck for 20 points of damage, which is going to cause him to become injured. From the north, the other Wood Spirit is going to crawl into the building and make its way down toward the rest of the group, double moving to do so. Xander, you're up.
Okay. Xander is going to... I think he's going to step back.
Well,
And
might
I would
run.
like
Jesus Christ. Oh my
to-
god.
I would like to, sorry, my lady. He is going to snap his fingers and shoot out a burning hands.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
All right, you cast a Burning Hands. These guys get a reflex save. They are both going to fail, and they're going to take 12 damage and times in half because they are vulnerable to fire. So that is going to leave the Wood Wolf badly injured and the Wood Spirit injured to your north.
Well done.
And
Thank
as
you.
you do, it's also going to catch a lot of other things on fire and begin burning some of the various textiled goods on the shelves and counters in here.
Oh,
She
no.
shouldn't have stuck her nose out of us.
These waves of flames, sort of lick their way across the room in front of you and begin to burn away at all of these fashionable and delicate pieces. Anything else from Xander?
That is all he can do for now.
Okay. That will take us on then to Bastion. Bastion is going to full attack to the south at the one through the window. And Bastion rolls a double nat 20
Good on him.
with the rapier.
Yes!
Gets
Nat
a
20.
double
Hot
20 critical.
Damn, boy.
Very, very pretty.
That's
So
my boy.
let's see. That is going to deal 20 damage. Okay. Very nice. He deals 20 damage, which is a perfect critical for him in his rapier. And that is going to also have a critical effect of Organ Scramble. Deals 1d6 con damage to the target. And then rolls a 6. So it does 6 points of con damage. So let's see if this actually kills it. It brings it to near death.
Damn.
And then his dagger attack hits on a... does not hit quite for max damage, but almost hits for an additional 6 and brings it to -1, dropping the Wood Spirit. Good God.
Hey, see, we got this. We're good.
Yeah, well done, Bastion. Get a really nice roll there. So, drops it down and is going to be his entire turn. So, as what he does basically is he goes in with these stabs, manages to get into the core of this thing, splitting it and causing this multiple stalks of vegetation to split in half, and the body tries to reach out, and the more it reaches, the more it splits itself in two, and it eventually just kind of cracks and falls into two halves and just plops onto the ground. That is Bastion's turn. Valentino, you are up.
All right. Well, I'm going to not do anything terribly flashy, but I'm going to use my movement to bring the flaming sphere back onto this wood wolf.
Fantastic. It's going to get a reflex save, and it is going to fail again. Please roll damage.
Sweet. Good. Thank God for that damage and a half.
All right, and that is going to do 9 points of damage to this thing. It is now near death, and you have a standard action.
Yeah, so with that standard action, Valentino's going to snap his fingers and become invisible.
You got it. You cast invisibility upon yourself. Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. You activate
That'll be my
invisibility, and that takes us on to the beginning of round 3. Once again, this creature does not get its regen because it's burning. And it is going to try and attack where it thinks you are. However, you both have the Maelstrom concealment as well as your invisibility concealment. So this thing's probably going to miss. Probably pretty badly. So let's see. It does hit your AC, but now we have to roll concealments. So the first thing is the invisibility concealment. So I want you to call high or low. What's going to hit you?
We'll say low to hit.
Okay, I rolled a 29. So now we get to roll the Maelstrom concealment, which I believe is 20%. So do you want to do high or low for that? What hits you?
I know it's either like a 95 or like a 2. So history has taught me much.
So this thing might actually get a shot through somehow.
Yeah, it might.
At this point, it now has an 80% chance to hit you.
Just make
I'm
a
gonna-
decision.
I'm going to
yeah.
say low.
Say low. Okay, so low's
Yeah.
going to hit. So if I roll between an 81 and 100, it is going to miss. I rolled a 43, and it's going to manage to get its bite in, hitting you for 7 points of damage.
All right.
All right. Apologies there. That's going to take us on to
That's how it is.
It do be like
Would
that
spirit-
sometimes.
Using invisibility because it just never fucking does shit.
Except for on Stavik.
So the wood spirit is going to make a 5-foot step to the south and make an attack at Xander. Xander, a 27 to hit for 10 points of bludgeoning damage is going to injure you and end the wood spirit's turn. You're up.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to make an acrobatics check
Okay.
to try and not provoke an attack of opportunity, because if I fail this, I'm not able to move.
If you fail this, you'll provoke.
But I'll provoke if I move away from it anyways. So
Right.
is there really any
Any
loss
reason not
here?
to try? No.
Okay.
Aside from the
Let's
fact
skip
that
for
it
that.
does half your movement speed. That's the only reason.
Oh, that's
So
fine.
if you acrobatics, your movement speed is 15.
Cool.
If you just move and provoke, your movement speed's 30.
Okay.
Okay, well that's
So-
gonna provoke, but you
Sure.
can move 15 feet wherever you'd like, and this
I'd
thing's
like to move
going to
there.
try to smack you. It rolls a 13 to miss.
Nice.
So the AOO goes off, does not connect, and you have a standard action.
Xander is going to raise his hand, and a golden circle with a void inside is going to appear, and he is going to shoot out a little snowball moth at this creature.
Wonderful. Go ahead.
That is going to be a 16 touch.
16 touch is going to land. You deal 19 points of cold damage to the wood spirit. It is badly injured after that shot.
Nice.
Nice indeed. All right.
And that's
Good
it
stuff
for
from
me.
Xander. That will take us on to Bastion. And Bastion is also going to acrobatics. This time to try and get around to potentially flank. He gets a adjusted 20, which is just enough to succeed as
Get
he
him.
jumps up onto the counter here. So this is now flanking with Valentino and himself. And actually, I don't believe, because of the way that vision works, it's fine. So he goes in here. Jesus Christ, another crit. Sure, why not?
Let's
So
go.
a 25 on his rapier for 6 damage, and then a nat 20 on his dagger, which confirms on the 21 for an additional 12 damage, as he, even without his precision sneak attacks there, is going to drop that wood spirit. So that will be his turn. Valentino, you are up and currently invisible.
I sure am.
So
Not
first
flanking
things
anymore, so take
first,
that off.
we're going to roll a saving throw for the wood wolf, it is going to fail and take 3d6 points of fire damage.
Can I make my attack first?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can get the kill.
I'm like, I just don't want the invisibility to be fucking pointless.
That's fine. Take your shot.
Even if I miss here, at least
Ooh!
I'll know I missed.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, a critical threat, but a roll 1 to confirm, so that's definitely not a confirm.
Not going to confirm, but it will hit and will do 15 points of piercing damage with precision on there. So, do you want to put some spice in those dice?
Yeah. So Valentino is going to kind of do like a flanking maneuver with the fireball because he has it like roll back so that the wood wolf turns around and it gets his attention, and then as it's turning around, he just says eyes on me, and we'll try to get in the side of the head and rip it off.
Fantastic. Well, it is massively successful. You manage to do that while becoming visible, and you slash the wood wolf with great skill and care, destroying the creature and ending combat.
Is there fire?
There is some fire, yeah.
I'm gonna end my flaming sphere for sure.
I will create water and put the fires out with little sprinkles.
You begin putting the fire out as best you can. Bastion helps out by smacking things with a cloak, and in short order,
didn't create water.
that would probably be untoward in this moment.
For a little bit.
So as you guys put out the fires and sort of try to figure the situation out, that is, in fact, where we're going to take our first break. So I will catch you all very soon.
Hello, checkers and pleasers, and welcome back to Check Please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beardy?
I was just interrupting you, that's all.
But no, that's exactly where you're supposed to talk, but you're supposed to continue after.
I mean, I can, I guess, if you
Please.
really want me to. Okay, well, in that case, after Bastion, Valentino, and Xander put out the errant flames from the battle with those plant creatures, time seems to go back to normal, and you can hear yourselves breathe again. And yeah, aside from some whimpering noises in the back of the building, it is now quiet.
We should go check on the others.
Yeah, I mean, if like those plants attacked us, they might have attacked everybody like at the same time. So like, we should probably make sure they're okay.
Valentino, try and contact Louie.
I'll cast message, but I don't think we're in range.
That is correct, Valentino. You are out of range.
I'm not getting a read on him, but that doesn't go that far. Open the door, call back in. Sorry for the mess. Leave.
Perfect.
All right.
And yeah, I guess we'll start searching around. Where would we look? In the market, I guess, first?
Well, Louie told you he was going to get a shirt and flowers.
Well, we just
I
left
know.
shirts.
Shirt City.
Yeah,
Xander
so
knows
you
a good place for
make your way-
flowers.
You make your way from Shirt City over to Flower Town, and while you do that, we are going to move back over
We don't have
to Zu'lin
Yes.
and Louie, who have just entered a residence in the southwest corner of Sour Hill.
It's true.
Zu'lin, you push the door open and you
And knock.
And knock, that's correct. You push the door open and knock, and on the inside, you see the house is not illuminated. There are no lights inside. The shadows sort of stretch across the room, and this entry hall looks like it would have various lamps lit, things like that, none of which are currently in the process of burning. Now, it is still daytime, so you can see from the light of the doorway open that this goes on into the house, and this place appears to be in a state of disarray. The walls have scratches in them, like slash marks almost in the wall, where it looks like some bladed weapon has cut through some of the wall paneling. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Got it. I'm sorry, your girlfriend is a slob.
Not my girlfriend.
Not anymore.
Will be.
Nat 1 on my end.
Which I think makes sense for Louie's current state of mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a 15.
Joyful?
Well, you don't really notice anything other than what's on the surface level here, and that is that it appears that there was some sort of struggle. Some furniture is knocked over, some is broken. There's a lot of things cast onto the ground from counters and tables and things like that. As the hallway opens up into like a combination kitchen dining room, it's in shambles. You can see where there is scorch marks from what were most likely magical flames on the walls. Some of the furniture is completely smashed. The dining room table is in pieces, and there is no sign of anyone in here.
Yeah, we're just in the main room, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
From here, there is a window that is broken out. There are shards of glass scattered around. But there is also like a stairwell going up to a second floor, and a few other rooms, like a few doors that lead to other rooms on the first floor as well.
All right, well, Zu'lin is going to motion Louie to follow him, and he's going to first check the other rooms.
Okay. After a short tour of the house, you find a small study, like a little reading room. There's like some sort of relaxing nook in the house as well. It looks like the other rooms are not disheveled in any way.
Okay.
So it seems like whatever the struggle was, it did not spill into every room of the house.
Could I, by any chance, use survival to try and trick out how the attack occurred?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Let me do the same.
You absolutely can.
That's a 24.
24. Hey!
24 brothers. So the two of you get your 24s with your survivals, and as you look around the area, you do in fact puzzle out sort of a basic understanding of what happened here. And it appears that an assailant broke into the home, likely through the window. There was some kind of struggle that took place in the kitchen dining room area involving magic and a slashing weapon. And then it appears that the attacker departed through the front door.
Okay.
And it did not fully close it on their way out.
One, stupid.
Any blood?
No blood. The only thing you find other than the only thing you find that is a bit strange is that the floor in a few places, and like in some places there's like rugs or like I wouldn't say full carpeting, but I'd say throw rugs in various places. Some of them are damp.
Okay. Zu'lin, you weren't with us when this happened the last time we were in Saraibo, but what was it? Me, Stavik, Xander, and Bastion.
Oh, you're referring to the quote-unquote snowman.
Yeah.
Snow woman, actually.
That thing. It's when it died, it turned into water. So There's a chance it could be that, or someone was holding a picture, but I doubt it since we don't see a picture. In either case,
That would mean that she had destroyed the creature with a knot.
that's true. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Unless,
yeah,
of course, the summoner was also there at the same time.
Can we not put things like that out into the universe? Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just stick together closely, and let's be careful. Okay.
Understood. Before leaving, Zu'lin's going to also check the window. Does it look like it was a break-in or broken out?
Broken in.
Okay.
Shards are mostly in the inside of the house, and there's no blood or anything on the glass. So it looks like whoever broke in was careful not to cut themselves.
Okay. Or a snow woman.
Or was a snow woman and doesn't bleed. That's also possible.
You know, maybe she's fine.
In
Let's,
either case, we should really get back to the tavern.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if we could handle it alone. Okay. I'll keep trying to send out butterflies to try and get to Xander, and yeah, okay. And Louie's hands are shaking, just being in here. Okay, let's go, please.
Yep, Zu'lin's going to follow Louie out.
He hesitates for a moment, just looking back in the building, like just searching to see if there's any sort of movement, just in case.
There's nothing.
And when Zu'lin leaves, he's checking to see if there's any tells of footprints out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You do see footprints leaving this place. They're...
What size shoe they got?
It looks like they're mostly like the residue left behind when water evaporates. So it's like a little bit of dried, like encrusted dirt and salt on the front step, where a wet footprint would have been left earlier and then dried up, leaving behind just a bit of residue. So it's almost unnoticeable unless you're really looking for it.
Okay.
But it looks like it was one set of footprints that left, and the size of the footprints are like normal human sized. So it could potentially be the set of footprints left by Elena.
Right, well, in that case, these two nerds are going to run as best they can.
Yeah.
I assume back to...
Yeah, Louie will send out
The
butterflies every couple of minutes while we run back to the inn, just in case he could possibly reach Xander.
Got it.
Did they send any to Elena either?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that too. Okay. I'm sorry. Keni assumed dead. Louie shouldn't have. Okay. He will send a message to Elena. Hey, if you are awake or conscious, just please. This is Louie. Tell me you're okay. This is a message spell. I'm so sorry. I'm freaking out. Do I make contact like magically or?
You send out the message spell. There's no reply.
Okay.
Probably just taking a nappy.
Yeah. A moment
He
later.
was like, that was a tough fight with that snow lady. I gotta take a quick nap now.
Mhm. A moment later, you and Zu'lin arrive back at the Greenfields, and Xander, Valentino, and Bastion, you make your way to Flower City, and you find out
Power down
that
to Flower City.
it does appear that when you ask The owners of the shop will, in fact, corroborate that Zu'lin and Louie were just there and were asking about where Elena lived, and will give you the same directions.
You kept asking
I
about
guess we
mushroom-
head over there.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of you arrive in the southwest part of Sour Hill, and you find a relatively nice-looking middle-class home. The door's closed.
Immediately
the
gonna
door?
try and open it.
Zu'lin closed the door, I believe.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I
I
thought you said you
didn't-
closed the door. I apologize. I thought I heard you call that out specifically. My apologies. In that case, the door is hanging open.
Let's go. And Xander's gonna charge inside.
All right, Bastion
We're
is
so
right
sorry.
behind you.
Does, like, the message ever make contact with Xander?
Which one? Mm,
Louie, every few minutes, has been sending Xander a message.
You're out of range.
Okay.
So the three of you head into the building, and you find what I had just described earlier. You find a home that looks like it has suffered some sort of attack. A window in the kitchen dining room area is busted in. A bunch of furniture is broken. There are slash marks on the wall. It's a real mess in there.
And there does not seem to be any body or any signs of actual physical injury to Elena.
That is correct. No blood to be found. I'll take a perception check if you want to search the crime scene.
Yes,
Sure.
I would like to.
Wait, did we find a body?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
There's no blood or anything.
It's a dirty 20 for
13.
Valentino.
Yeah, you look around, and aside from finding a couple of things are like oddly damp, like some of the throw rugs are kind of soaked in water. That's about all you're going to notice that's out of order. I mean, beyond the fact that it's some sort of battle that's taking place here. That's about all you can figure that is strange.
Well, where the fuck is Louie and Zu'lin?
I don't know,
They
bro.
went this way.
If they came here and there was like a fight, we got to find them.
Yeah, they might have been attacked. I guess it's good that we don't see them here if they were attacked, though. There's no
There's no
sign.
blood or anything either, so like,
Yeah. And the scorch marks don't really match Zu'lin's bombs either. So
and like, Louis's fire would have burned way hotter than that anyway, right?
probably. So let's head back to the green fields.
Yeah.
All right.
So the three of you rush back to the green fields.
You know what,
and-
Louie? Maybe they're at the clothing store.
You know, honestly, Louie was thinking about suggesting it, but for the sake of, like, this yakety sax wild goose chase, he's going to logically say, we should probably bunker down here, because if we keep running around, there's a chance we're all just looking for each other, and we should at least have this as the connect point just in case. I'm going to keep sending messages out.
As you get near the green fields, you will receive Louis's message spells. Louis, what does your message spell say?
Went to Elena's. Was a break-in already. Left to find you. I don't know where she is.
The door is kicked open, and you see Bastion, Xander, and Valentino rush into the room, somewhat out of breath from sprinting across the town.
Where
Ah,
you guys are.
Bro! Oh, thank the gods. And Bastion comes in and gives Louis a hug.
Louis will tense up for just a moment, but then eventually will relax. Are you... You guys are hurt. Are you guys okay? What happened? Were you attacked?
We were just attacked by some plants. No big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, it was
I wouldn't
some
call it
fucking
his heart.
plants.
This was like.
Wait,
just some
you
scratch.
guys didn't get attacked by plants either? Wait, so we got attacked by plants? That doesn't seem
Now, what the
fucking
fuck
fair.
What were you fighting?
Yeah.
We didn't fight anything. We
No
came...
one.
to
What was the battle then?
Yeah, we saw like a bunch of shit in the house. What happened?
Louie just takes a deep breath in, looks at Xander, and then just holds up a hand. I'm sorry. I assumed Xander would have told you.
You know about this, Xander?
What?
Well, the butterfly arrived as you kicked open the door, but they just investigated Elena's house and then did not find her.
Okay, so pretty much order of operations, when to get a shirt, when to get the flowers. Zu'lin suggested that we should maybe just check up on her house, so we asked the florist, well, he asked where the florist lives. We went to her house, the door was ajar slightly, and when we went in, that scene was there. We tried to look around, and I don't know where she is. I don't know what's happening, but it looks like, I don't know, there were areas that were wet. I think it was that thing that we fought that one night. And
Snow thing?
Yes, the snow woman, whatever. We need to look for her.
Well, this is a
We did
pretty
it
good
first.
sign.
What do you mean?
Either she took care of it and fled,
Okay.
or she was the snow woman and melted, most likely.
Oh.
Right, there was no blood, so she
No.
was likely not super injured
Okay.
unless she was kidnapped, but it was an assassin, you
Yeah.
said.
Well, that's what I figure. It's not really like I've gone around experiencing that kind of stuff on a normal basis.
Well, I imagine if it was going after her with a bladed weapon, that if there was no blood, it means that it did not succeed in striking her. So I
Okay.
don't think there is any need to
Okay.
worry too much.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just worried about her. Or I think I should be worried about her unless that is the case. No, I'm worried about her. It doesn't matter. It's complicated. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little freaked out, so I'm not thinking straight. What should we do?
Well, first thing that comes to mind is potentially we could recruit the local guards to search the town.
Okay.
We should go to the mayor.
Yeah,
Yes, we should go to the mayor.
for business.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Do you suppose this is linked to this plant matter still, or is something else entirely?
I couldn't tell you. I'll think about it on our way there, but the more time we delay, the more chances of people getting hurt.
But one thing we need to consider. So if she was attacked here and she managed to escape, then us tracking her down might end up bringing whoever attacked her back to her doorstep.
Indeed.
In the very least, we can tell the mayor that something happened, right?
So we feel like we should be able to trust him. Right, Ignacio?
Right you are.
He's talking to the sword again.
'Cause my grandson is a fine, upstanding individual.
Didn't he put you on a wall for like several generations, dude?
Well, there you have it. I say not knowing that no one else can hear him.
Louie's just like looking at Val, like confused. Okay. Oh, cool. Anyways, let's all stick together. I don't want any of us getting hurt, okay?
All right. I could potentially try tracking her like I did with Lombardo, but if I do, I won't be able to talk to the trees.
Oh, shit. No,
sentence.
I'm a good tracker. I can do this. I can do this. But let's start with the mayor. And then I'll try to look around, okay? I can do this. We don't need to waste. I don't know. If it looks like I can't, I don't know. I'm sorry. I just don't want to.
Take some deep breaths, Louie. Everything is going to work out.
Okay.
But with that said, and Zu'lin's going to back up from the table. It's best we actually get a move
Yeah.
on then.
Let's go. Are you
Indeed.
guys okay though? I'm still pretty sure I've got some poultice from last night. If you guys need it.
Stab, 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 stab. I'm
What?
gonna stab Valentino with the wand. Or more
Valentino.
accurately, I will stab myself with the wand and then tap him.
All right, Valentino, you get 9 hit points back,
Thank you.
bringing you back to injured,
And have another.
and then another
Three.
3 will bring you back to barely injured.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Oh yeah, we are fine. We handled those things, no problem.
Good. Okay.
Hey, it's not even fucking itchy anymore.
Good. Now let's go.
Bastion,
Time is of the essence.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. Let's
Okay.
go.
And we head out.
And you
Abscond.
make your way out of the building, and you're heading to where in Saraibo?
We're going to the mayor's house?
To the mayor's. All right. Well, that's very easy to get to. It's just down the road.
Just down
So you
the
head
road.
right down the road. Exactly. And you arrive at Mayor De La Torre's offices. You find Mayor De La Torre, a man of incredible dashing charisma with his well-groomed mustache. And you find this man. He is doing his normal mayoral duties, which at this point is largely filling out paperwork, sealing things with a wax stamp, and signing lots and lots of paperwork. As you enter the building, you get through the first few layers of bureaucracy until you arrive in his office a little while later. By the time you arrive there, it is about 11:30 in the morning. The door is open, and you are led inside his office. He looks up from his desk. Ah! I did not expect to see you again. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Fortunately, there have been attacks in your fine town.
We're here to report a break-in, I guess?
Or kidnapping.
Or kidnapping.
Breaking and a kidnapping.
Possibly.
These are serious problems. Tell me what has happened.
Me and Zu'lin here went to go and visit Elena, the proprietress of the Greenfields. And when we arrived, the door was just not quite closed, right? So we entered to make sure she was okay. Knocking, no response. When we got there, we saw glass shards inwards, so there was a break-in. It seems like there was signs of a struggle, but there's no blood, so we couldn't find her.
Elena Morales of the Greenfields. She's
Yes, sir.
a friend of mine. A friend of many people in town. This is most grave indeed.
Some added context is from the signs at the scene of the crime. It seems like she may have done battle with a creature that
Yeah.
attacked several nights ago when we were last here.
I see. What can the mayor's office do to assist you?
Are there guards in the town that we can enlist to search around and look for her?
Of course. I can have the city watch spread the word immediately and begin to look for Elena, wherever she may be.
Okay.
But also, warn them to be careful of plant creatures.
True.
And what is this about plant creatures?
We've been attacked by them several times. It's really all we know for sure.
First the olive trees blight, and now there are plant creatures attacking? It seems like we can't seem to get on the right side of nature these days.
Unfortunately, that's all the information we have so far. My friends, I would suggest we potentially check out the tree or perhaps the crypt.
The tree would be a better place to start.
The tree seemed to be fine last night, but we can go check again.
Unless, of course, anyone has any other better ideas.
No, I can't think of anything. I'm sorry.
The tree it is then.
Okay.
Very well. I will have the town guard begin looking for Elena immediately.
My apologies. Is there any chance you could spare any horses for a small time?
I suppose so, sure.
Much appreciated.
Also, if you could send some guards over to the Golden Ribbon, I believe the proprietress is slightly stressed after the break-in at her shop.
Yeah.
Break in at the Golden Ribbon as well.
Yes, those plant creatures attacked there.
Oh dear. I had not received word of any of these things. I will get the guard mobilized immediately for you.
Thank you.
Don't you worry, senor. We are on the case.
It is appreciated.
All right.
Zoom will turn to make his leave.
Yeah.
All
Louie
right.
will nod and follow.
The group
I would like
makes
to make
their
a
way...
sense motive before
Sure.
we leave.
Yeah, you can,
Just-
you can
just-
vibe check the mayor.
It's 11.
It seems mayoral.
Gosh, yeah, good to know.
Grem is curious as well, but Valentino isn't, so I'm not gonna roll shit.
Oh no, he seems pretty curious.
I mean, yes, but he's got vibes red as far as he's concerned.
Yeah.
Also, did we get those horses then? Maybe
Yeah,
Move around a bit faster.
sure.
Cool.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And as you make your way up to the hill on the east side of town to get to where these old olive trees are, you ride up to the top of that olive orchard, and as you approach, you hear a voice that seems to emanate from the very trees themselves, echoing off of each one. Oh, and now you come back here to our domain. And why? Why should we let you leave alive?
Because we are very sorry.
And
You regret your actions? You regret destroying something that was supposed to be eternal? A guardian, a protector of the natural world? Regret is not enough. There must be penance.
What does penance look like?
For you, suffering and death. Only your life's blood will quench the rage that the earth feels toward you.
how much of the earth?
As much of it as I deem necessary.
Mm.
I mean,
So your small
This is-
patch of land.
seems more like your benefit to leave us alone there.
I'm afraid I am not allowed to die.
I will add that I'm also partial to not dying as well.
And I can't. So,
I mean, that hasn't happened to me yet. I haven't given up a whole lot of life's blood on this situation. Seems like a compromise would be better for everyone.
to be honest, we tried speaking to the spirit. We tried finding compromise upon its needs, but it absolutely outright refused to communicate with us. And then it attacked us first. That death was in self-defense.
That's how nature works, right?
And you will pay for that death with your own.
Unfortunately, I think you're wrong.
And with that, there is a sound of earth rumbling and crumbling as something is pulling itself loose from the soil.
Okay.
And I will take a perception check from the entire party.
Aye aye. 13.
Oi, oi.
It's a 30.
All right, 21.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. And I'll roll for
22.
Nice.
roll for Bastion as well. All right. So, what you can hear, and in this case, it's going to be Valentino, Zu'lin, and Xander are going to succeed on this. You realize that one of the trees is pulling loose from the ground, and you will be able to act in the surprise round as
Oh.
a tree is going to pull itself fully free and begin attacking. You're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Nice.
Luckily, it is rather slow, being a tree.
Titty bo bitties.
Titty bobitties indeed.
16.
Okay. So,
Fucking 12. there.
Val, Zu'lin, and Xander, you get a surprise round.
Get it, Zuzu!
So,
Fuck
Zu'lin,
yeah.
you have a standard action
A standard action?
or a move action, your choice. But it's a surprise round, so you get one or the other.
Well,
What you gonna
I'm
do?
I'm gonna fucking bomb it.
Yay!
All right. First one out, point blank. So with the thing just jumping out of the ground, Zu'lin's going to just center of mass this bomb, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. 16 touch absolutely hits. You deal 20 points of fire damage. And the target is itself also vulnerable to fire damage and will take times and a half. The target is injured as you deal 30 damage to it.
Let's go.
Xander, you also have a surprise round.
Great. Xander is going to look at this creature and he is going to say, I am very sorry that we must do what we must. And he's going to snap his fingers and he will create a maelstrom around it as well.
Okay. And Valentino, you also have a surprise round.
Does being flat-footed affect your reflex saves?
No.
No. Then I think for the surprise round, I'm actually going to. If I shoot at the crossbow though, then I'd have to drop the crossbow in order to switch weapons later. Correct?
Mhm.
Okay, then I will actually go ahead and do a flaming sphere.
Okay.
Very nice.
Drop it right on his head. Wish it was that big.
All right. All right. You throw down a flaming sphere. It gets a reflex save. And it is going to pass.
All right, well, that's me.
All right, and that will take us back to round 1 begins. Zu'lin, you have initiative.
I'm fucking out of here, man.
And you get out of there.
All right, Zulin's going to back up a bit, and is then going to turn around, and then in his as he's running, he has grabbed in his left hand a few reagents, switches it to his right, and is going to let loose as soon as he turns back around.
Mm-hmm. All right, you whip up another bomb. 12 to hit is going to land against a flat-footed touch.
Boom.
So it is going to take times and a half damage, and it is now injured.
Very nice.
All right, Xander, you have initiative.
Hey, I would like to swift action, raise my hand, and cause one of those circles to appear. And I would like to hold an action to cast a Burning Hands as this tree approaches, and then, if it's possible, move out of the way afterwards. Actually, maybe it's close enough. No. As soon as it steps closer to me, I will drop a Burning Hands on it.
So you can ready to Burning Hands or ready to move, but not both.
Okay. In that case, I will just ready to Burning Hands.
Okay. Valentino.
It changes what I was going to do a little bit.
It has to roll, right? For the
Yes, it does still
flaming
have
sphere?
to take the reflex save it right now. So he says that. Should I roll for that first?
It already took it this round, technically. So
Oh,
the-
okay.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I see. Okay. It's still flat-footed though.
Yes, until its action is up at the end of the initiative.
All right, then probably should actually just armor up. I just
Sorry, I'm thinking about what Stavic's doing right now.
Well, Husa, there was this
Why
one
did-
time that my wife left me and turned me
He's
into
taking
a
a total
skeleton.
defense action.
Why no one call me?
All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna shoot this thing with my crossbow. I'm gonna be down
Okay.
here.
You got it.
See how much damage we can pump into him at once.
Okay.
Am I in point blank range? I am wonderful. That was a nat 20 with a 16 to confirm.
16 is not going to confirm.
Damn,
And
that was some
14
crit damage there. Fuck.
Yeah,
Reroll.
14 damage is
Yeah,
going to
reroll
do...
the second one.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's.
Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah. You can hero point that if you'd like.
I'll spend it.
Oh, okay. Louie is going to drop a hero point for you there.
Thank you so much. That was slightly worse.
Wow.
How many? I got? How many? I
You're a
got?
disappointment.
I know. I remind myself this every day. I'm gonna use one more. Let's do it.
Alrighty, dice have spoken. It is not going to
I'll take what I
confirm.
can get.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right.
Alrighty. So
You know, fuck it. Reroll one more time.
Oh my god.
Yes. That's right.
Come on. There we
Yes!
go. 24.
Yes!
I gotta cap that. No more
Yep.
than once per roll or something.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So Zu'lin, you use
I know.
one as well. Go. So that takes you down to 3 left. Okay. So you hero point that multiple times until it confirms, and it is going to do a good chunk of damage, and gets a critical hit as well, piercing critical. All right. Do you want to do normal damage crit with a bigger effect, or a double damage crit with a lesser effect?
Honestly, I think I want to go with the damage. Pump
The
up
damage,
the
okay.
damage.
In that case, find one that's double damage piercing. Most piercing ones are normals, from what I've noticed. There we go.
Interesting.
It does get a fort save. Okay, it makes it save. It is going to be sickened for 1 round,
Okay.
Nice.
I'll take
in
it.
addition to the double damage. So sickened for 1
Shooting
round.
like the throat.
Yeah, something like that. As your bolt strikes into the creature and causes it to become disrupted. That will take us on to your move action, if you have one.
Do you need me to scooch, Xander?
Can you take a 5-foot step when you hold an action? If not, it's perfectly fine, because I think as long as it moves in, I'll be able to hit it without hitting you.
I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I just don't want you
come
to have
over
to
to the Louie.
feel like you're screwed over. All right, I'm
Up
gonna
to you.
5-foot step to the north, so there's no
Okay.
ambiguity there.
You got it. All right, Bastion's up. Bastion's going to move in front of Zu'lin and hold out his rapier and dagger, getting ready to fight in a melee. If this thing decides to get closer. Louie.
Louie is going to one hand's not working, so he tries to move it up in size and then does his physical semantics by himself with one hand and casts Snowball on the beast.
Okay, go ahead with Snowball.
Ooh, that's a 9 touch.
9 touch will hit.
Wow.
It is a huge creature.
massive.
Its touch AC is real bad.
Okay, that's 20
So-
damage then.
20 points of damage.
Damn.
It is now near death.
Ooh.
Sorry,
right.
I can't use fire right now.
You just froze half that fucking 3 and you're apologizing?
I just was yeah.
Don't worry about it. We get all these alive, and then you can apologize what you want.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right, and any move action from Louie?
Nope, staying right where I am.
Alrighty. So in that case, that will take us on to the tree's turn. It is going to make a 5-foot step to the northeast, and I believe that will trigger Xander's held action.
That is going to trigger Xander's held action as he crushes the circle and then fires off a Burning Hands.
All right, that is going to do times and a half damage. It gets a reflex save, but it's only an 11 because it's a scroll, so that's a little bit on the sad side. So it's going to make the save and take half damage. So instead of taking 9 damage, it's going to take, let's see, 3 and then times and a half, so 4.5. So it's going to take 4 damage of fire. There we go.
Tits.
So it takes 4 fire damage and then is going to make a series of slam attacks aiming specifically for Xander
Oh.
because it is not happy about Xander whatsoever. It seems to be singling Xander out. And it is going to get a 30 and a 24 to hit on each of its slams. So it moves forward, raising its giant wooden arms, and then brings them down one after the other, smashing into the man, which is going to be not so great for Xander. So,
Oh my
Xander,
God.
you are going to take 20 damage on the first shot, and you are going to take 14 damage on the second shot. That is
Is
enough to
Xander
bring you
dead
to
again?
-3 and bleeding out.
Fuck.
Is -3 enough for
Oh,
Xander to be dead?
Do you need to roll for
Concealment.
the concealment?
For
So it was a
both of them.
20%, right?
Yes.
So what hits, high or low? You tell me.
High hits for both of them.
High hits. Okay, in that case, I rolled a 66 and a 69, so both are going to hit. All right. So, Xander, you are sadly unconscious, so I was going to drop you to prone and sleeping. And that ends the treant's turn and takes us to the beginning of round 2. Zu'lin, you are up.
Also,
Zu'lin.
point of order just before
Yes.
that. I think the reflex save should be higher because I made these myself.
did you make them? So I guess the question then is, if you made them yourself, did you pay for them as level 1 scrolls, or did you pay for them as higher level scrolls?
I think they're level 3 scrolls.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
Noted. Okay.
They do have the dice as level 3.
Okay. So I would go ahead and put if you have any more of these scrolls, just put a
The last
note
one.
in them to up their DC to the appropriate amount. But it did get an 18 on the reflex, so it would have made it either way, I think.
No problem.
All right. So that will take us on to round 2 and Zu'lin.
All right, Zu'lin is going to throw out a bomb at this creature
Wonderful. Go ahead.
right over Bastion's shoulder.
A 10 will hit,
All right.
and you deal 1.5 damage on the fire. So my question to you, sir, is would you like to put some spice on those dice?
Yes, at this point, Zu'lin, I think, is going through his belt, can't get one of them off, is going to unequip the belt that has like 2 bombs on it, and just lunges the belt, and just splits the right half of this creature almost to the center.
Ooh.
All right. And you deal a whole bunch of damage to the creature, and it burns up, dropping to the ground. And as it falls, combat will end.
I
Heal
will then
him.
Stick him with a medium syringe straight into the sternum.
Oh, no, not like that.
Not that much healing.
All right, you stick Xander with a healing syringe. Go ahead and roll that. Xander,
17.
you were healed for 17 HP, which brings you back to badly injured. You wake up.
Hey.
You good?
Me?
Yeah. You just don't. None of the rest of us did not get smushed under a tree.
Yeah, Louie's crouched down and just has a hand out. You okay?
I'm all right, Louie.
Okay.
Is this bone
I-
supposed to move like that?
Just
I do
stop
not
looking-
intend to stop. There are lots more trees here. So I will give you an option. Lay down your life willingly, and I will stop destroying everything else around here. I might even spare this town.
Oh, he already did that. He like died once. I mean, it came close. It seemed like he was dead.
You're going to risk your entire forest?
There are lots more trees, and I'm sure you cannot do that all that much more. And it is not a risk. Nature is resilient.
Oh.
Besides, the one you destroyed would have said that these trees had been unnatural for quite some time.
Yeah, here they are, doing nature's bidding.
Indeed.
Sounds like we did
And-
nature a favor.
And they will continue to do the bidding that I choose it to do.
I do
So
wonder, though.
I ask you again, lay your life down willingly, and I will spare this town my wrath.
I'm gonna stick him
I
again.
cannot afford to lay
Sounds
down
good.
my life. I have larger priorities.
Xander, you get back 7 hit points from another syringe from Zu'lin. And Xander, inside your mind, you hear a voice.
My friend,
It's your friend again.
Yay.
Yeah.
seems you've made an enemy. And a rather nasty one at that.
Does seem so.
I can help you if you'd like. Can make all of these problems blow away like the wind. I simply need a little gesture on your side.
The symbol?
Indeed. I want to help you, friend. I truly do. But I'm limited in what I can do unless you help yourself.
That makes sense. Hold on one moment, friend. And then he's going to
Of
open
course.
his eyes.
Take your time.
The voice fades.
I wonder if you're planning on destroying this entire village, calling down your wrath upon them, what is stopping me from doing the same thing to you that I did to the other spirits?
I am not so easily vanquished. Besides the fact that you would never have the opportunity.
Oh,
You think that I am here? Physically? No. No. This is but a shadow of a piece, of a speck of what I am. Shall I call another tree to crush you?
Xander is going to turn to look at his friends. What do you all think?
I highly doubt that this individual is true to their word in general.
Yeah, it seems to me like we've kind of gotten proof that they're not going to keep the word.
I'll
Or
burn
that they
down
don't really
this
seem to
whole
care about the
forest.
things.
What I mean is, if the entire forest is turned against us, that will not turn out well. I can potentially take care of it, but there will be a cost.
So no.
What kind of cost?
I'm not completely sure.
Well, I'm not ready to give you up, my friend.
Same.
I think we've still got options left.
Then
Zu'lin's going to wait until hearing Xander's answer.
no, Xander would like to hear from Zu'lin as well.
No, Zu'lin is waiting. Like
Okay.
what I was am doing is dependent on what Xander says.
Sure. What does Bro say in response to Xander's question?
Sorry, repeat the question one more time for me.
Basically, like, what do we do? we
I mean,
take care
look,
of
we
him?
can keep cutting trees down, but there's a lot of trees, bro. Like, do you have another plan?
We can flee to the fucking ocean. I don't care.
It will have consequences, but I could potentially take care of it.
Is this gonna be like that thing where you like hurt yourself to do something? Because I don't really care for that either. If the option's like hurting yourself, I don't think it's a great idea.
Then what's the alternative?
We leave.
Fight and
We
win?
get the fuck out of these woods and we burn as much as we can on the way out.
Okay, then our answer is no, Spirit.
With that, Zu'lin is going to take out 3 Alchemist fires and would like to throw them at 3 of the larger trees in his vicinity.
Okay, you do so.
And we run. Louie is going to hold out an arm out to help Xander up.
As you touch Xander's skin, it is solid. It does not feel like skin.
Huh. Louie, you can see for just a moment this recognition on Louie's face with a head tilt, but he just shakes it away and kind of gestures to everyone to run. We leave now.
All right. As you make your way down the hill of the olive grove, setting a few fires behind as you do, you can hear the sounds of trees beginning to uproot themselves, multiple trees, as the hill seems to come alive, and you can almost feel a palpable sense of anger in the air. The voice does not return, however, and a moment later, you find yourselves out of the olive grove, back in the town of Saraibo.
All right, let's grab Stavik and Husa and get out of here.
All right.
Come on. Back to the green fields. Let's go.
Stavik, wake up.
Come on, man.
And as you make your way back into Saraibo and begin heading down toward the green fields, that is where we shall take our second break.
Hello, checkers and pleasers, and welcome back to a very stressful and exciting episode of Check Please.
I'm not
Indeed.
worried. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Valentino's having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
So we last left off with the party rushing back from the olive orchard back to the Green Fields Inn. And as you arrive at the Green Fields, you find the front door is locked,
Oh my god.
which is weird because you didn't lock it on your way out.
Hey, Stavik, unlock the door.
Stavik?
Knock, 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 knock. You knock on the door. There's no answer.
I'd like to look into the broken window.
Yes.
The windows have been mended with a mending spell. The Elena
Are they
did
shuttered?
that after the thing. They're not shuttered.
So we can look through.
You can. Would you like to?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yes.
Different show.
I can't do that.
You walk up to the windows and look inside, and what you see is not a good scene.
No, no, no.
I'm going to go ahead and push this map for you guys. Feel free to look through the windows.
I can't do this. I can't do this. I
Oh.
can't do this. What?
But there's a spooky
What's going
spooker.
on? I can't
Inside,
see.
you can
Oh.
see a massive amount of blood splattered all over the floor. In the middle of said blood pile appears to be a body, one that is unlike the ones you've seen before. This one, rather than just having a mark carved into its midsection, like the many previous murder victims you've seen in this ongoing serial killer investigation, this body looks like it was very slowly and brutally tortured. There are cut marks, slashes, excised bits of flesh across the entire form of this person. It looks like they have been slowly whittled away for a long time. The figure sort of kneeling over the form has a small blade in their hand as they continually cut very tiny little marks in the body.
Valentino ain't taking around. I'm gonna jump in the fucking window.
All right, then we get to roll initiative.
Okay.
Do I get to jump first, or are we rolling right away?
Go ahead and roll, and you will get a surprise round.
Sweet.
Ooh, nice. Very good, very good. Wonderful. All right. So that will start combat with Valentino. You jump through the window with all your force, and you break that window as you do, landing in the room, and you will have a surprise action. So this comes down to being one standard or move action of your choice. Go ahead.
I am going to try and shoot this figure in the ankle with my crossbow.
Go for
Try
it.
and injure them in a way that will prevent their escape.
You got it.
Alright, sweet. Sneak attack range. That is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit is actually going to miss this thing's flat-footed.
Damn.
Damn indeed.
That's not good.
It seems to move at just the right moment for the bolt to stick into the ground next to its ankle. And as that surprise round ends, the mysterious figure is going to turn around while standing up and looks at all of you. And what you see is a figure that is cloaked, wrapped in darkness. It has 2 pinpoints of orangey red light for eyes. And other than that, it is clad head to toe, wrapped in like dark leather. And you hear a hissing voice simply say, "Hate." And it is going to launch itself toward Valentino. As it does, it seems to grow blades from its arms, and is going to swing one of those blades at Valentino as it gets close to the halfling. Valentino, you are struck for 16 points of cold damage as the blade pierces into you and seems to freeze you just as much as it cuts you.
Succi.
Louie,
Oof.
you are
Yeah.
up.
Okay. Okay. Louie is going to move forward and yeah, I'm just gonna cast Snowball on this bitch. Fuck that.
Okay.
Fuck this
You got
fucking shit. It doesn't matter what I'm thinking. I fight.
Fuck this. All right. Fuck it. We fight. You conjure forth a snowball with your ice magic, and you launch it in through the window. It streaks through the air right over top of Valentino's head and strikes this thing center mass in the chest, and would deal 18 points of cold damage. However, this creature seems to be immune to cold damage. It strikes and does absolutely nothing to
I don't
this
have
creature.
fire right now. I'm so sorry. Okay.
You have a move action left.
Louie's getting in there with him.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me remove the wall for you.
Thank
you
you.
go. The window is busted anyway, so makes sense.
Yeah,
All
Louie
right.
is going to run around to get to Elena.
You rush over, and the closer you get to Elena, the worse you can see the injuries actually are. Most of them are very, very shallow.
Okay.
Feel free. Do you have a heal check that you can make?
I can make a heal
Anything
check.
medical? Yeah, go ahead and make a heal check for me. We'll give you that just upon
6.
observation.
He's freaking out.
You're freaking out, and it just looks like she's dead, like sitting there in a big pool of blood. It's pretty awful.
Elena.
That will be your turn, and that will take us on to Zu'lin. Zu'lin, you're standing there at an open window.
All right, Zu'lin is going to. You know what? Zu'lin, upon seeing this figure, is going to realize he has one capsule in his pocket.
Mhm.
It's a kind of bluish cyan one. It's a powder.
Mhm.
He's going to stick himself with a syringe and start combining it and throw it into the table behind this figure.
Okay.
Am I able to do that?
Yeah, you want to throw something to here?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure. You can throw something to the northeast of the target.
All right, and with that,
so-
I would like to cast. I think that is range, right? Shit, I didn't need to check. I'd like to use a bottled ooze.
Okay. You activate a bottled ooze.
And this is going to be a gelatinous orb.
A gelatinous orb. Wonderful. Well, in that case, a tiny sized ooze is going to appear like out of this jar. So, Zu'lin just chucks this, goes across the room, lands on the other side of Succi's figure, breaks open, and this goo is going to sort of come out, and then as soon as it's exposed to the air, it sits up into a perfect sphere, almost like a rubber ball. It's actually, in fact, about the size of a children's toy, but it's sort of emeraldy green color, and it's also sort of transparent.
Zu'lin will also push his face through the window to slightly whisper at Valentino. I would suggest that you avoid my friend.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah, Valentino's barely going to process that in his present state.
He's like
Being
"Oh."
stabbed. My organs are cold.
And that will be. Actually, you know what? With that, Zu'lin will move through the window.
Okay, and then you move action to get into the room. All right. And that will take us on then to your gelatinous orb. And it is going to bounce up off the ground and try and envelop the head of this mysterious figure. The mysterious figure does get a reflex save for this. And is going to get out of the way at the last moment, spinning to avoid the gelatinous orb as it tried to engulf the head of the mysterious figure. All right, that will take us on to Valentino. You have initiative, sir.
Cool. Great. I've been thinking for a while here, and I've got nothing. How much do I need to protect myself? That's the question here. I think the gelatinous orb is a creature
Correct.
Yeah,
and
correct.
is hostile to our enemy here.
It just
All right,
tried to
let's-
attack your enemy, yeah.
Let's do a fancy flip behind their fucking head.
Sounds good. Fancy
Hey,
flip behind
nice.
their head. It will act as a flanking partner.
Fuck yeah.
Very cool.
That's
All
a
right.
33 to
33.
to not get hit.
That will succeed. You
Sweet.
flip around
Yeah.
behind the mysterious figure, and they're now in a flank.
And we'll draw Ignacio for a sneak here. And that was a fucking terrible roll.
It was.
I think I'm gonna use one more hero point here.
Hey, all right.
Get him.
The hero point activates, which will take you down to
My last one.
one hero point left,
Come on, baby. Come on.
and make another attack. A
That's a 23.
Oh my god.
23, and then your flank bonus will push that up to a 25.
Correct. I forgot to add that.
That will hit, and you deal
Whew.
20 points of precision piercing damage. Very nice. The target is injured after that.
Nice.
Cool. All right. I'll take it.
All right. That will take us on from Valentino to Bastion. Bastion is going to jump into the room with a move action, and then with a standard action is going to stab with his own rapier and he is going to miss barely. He misses by 1. All right, that is Bastion's turn, and that takes us on to Xander. Xander, you are at a window. The window is still whole, but you can see this ongoing fight inside the building. What would you like to do?
I would like to try and jump through the window.
Okay.
You're
go
gonna
ahead
have
and
to
roll.
help,
Anything for that?
Xander.
I'm helping. I'm helping. And you push your way in, busting the window as you go, and you find yourself move action later inside the building. What would you like to do?
Okay. I am going to do another maelstrom on her.
Okay. You use a maelstrom upon the mysterious figure, giving it a 20% mischance.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, round 2 begins. The creature will once again let out a hissing sound as it speaks only a few words at a time and simply says, "We'll be free." And it will swing its blade that seems to once again extend from its arm, this time slashing at Bastion. Bastion is going to take 18 points of cold damage, and that will be its turn. It is going to also 5-foot step to the northwest, getting closer to Louie. And that will take us on to Louie's turn.
Hey, Beardy.
Yeah.
I'm currently incapable of using my normal fire attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any chance I can tap into that inferno?
Well, that's a good question. You feel inside you only cold emptiness.
Cool.
It appears only your ice magic sits within you at the moment. You do not have the white hot rage that you felt when you saw Xander being killed.
Okay.
This
I can
is
relate.
different. This appears to be almost like a hollowing feeling to you.
I can
Wow,
fix that
so-
real soon.
Stop.
One of us got to die, and suddenly you'll have your fire powers back. But no, it does appear right now you only simply have this sort of internal numbness seeing this play out before you.
Yeah,
and
Louie
you-
instinctively is going to take a step back. He can feel his feet touching the slick wet of blood,
Mhm.
and he's going to
Yeah.
cast Mirror Image on himself.
Okay, you cast Mirror Image,
Mhm.
and you grant yourself. Let's see. I'm surprised that
4.
didn't auto roll. Need to make that. You grant yourself 4 mirror images, and there are now 5 Louis cascading around in that same square.
Stay away from me.
And that will take us on to Zu'lin.
Right, Zu'lin is going to take out his crossbow from his. Actually, I guess he'd have to be holding it since his belt is gone at the moment.
Okay.
And he's going to shoot a syringe into Valentino.
All right. It's going to be an AC 9 because of small size. AC 9 to hit.
You got it.
Okay, you're good. In fact, looks like you would have only missed on that one anyway. So
Hell yeah.
go ahead and make your healing there. And Valentino, you are restored for 16 points of HP, putting you back to 28. And barely injured.
Think.
Question.
Yes.
How am I able to discontinue my ooze on a move action?
It is a standard dismissed
Okay.
use.
All right. Well, in that case, I will stay where I am at the moment,
Okay.
and we'll see how
All
the
right.
ooze go.
In that case, the ooze is going to 5-foot step to the north, and once again attempt to jump on the head of the mysterious figure. The mysterious figure gets a reflex save, and will roll a 19 and beat the save. So it once again jumps to try and hit, but it's going to miss as it jumps over the mysterious figure. This creature seems to be very dexterous and is moving its body in very unnatural ways. Like its joints don't quite seem to be the same as a human's joints. They're able to hyperextend every joint in their body.
It's a Zu'lin.
And that will take us on to Valentino.
All right, then. I guess Valentino is just going to 5-foot step to the north, and I will prepare an action to give this entity a stab once Bastion is in a flanking position.
Sounds good. You move up to the north and ready in action. That will take us on to Bastion, who is going to 5-foot step to the northwest as well, matching your flank. And you may go ahead with your attack first.
All right. Sneak, we've got. Mark myself.
This mysterious figure should have known better than to get between the two rogues.
Exactly.
Get fucked, bitch.
That is a 23 to hit.
23, is that with flanking? It
I think
is
it
with
is.
flanking. That is going to miss.
All right. Well, that's that.
All right. That is that. That takes us on to Bastion, who is also going to try this as a full attack, 2-weapon fighting. Sneak. There we go. First shot and second shot. We've got ourselves a critical threat that does not confirm with the rapier to hit for 19 points of sneak damage. Crunch. Target is now badly injured, and the dagger is going to miss. So Bastion does get one shot in there, bringing the creature down to about half HP, and that will take us on to Xander.
And I try to identify anything about this creature.
Yeah, I'll take a Knowledge Planes.
Knowledge planes. That's a nat
You believe this
one.
is an elemental assassin, but you don't know much else about what it's capable of doing.
Besides what we learned the first time we encountered it?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, and
Okay.
11's not going to get you any new information.
So what Xander is going to do is he's going to reach out and ball up his fists, and I would like to drop an Execration Curse. Gonna have to make a DC 17 save. A will save, that is.
All right, it gets a will save, and it is going to fail that save.
So it is going to be cursed for 7 rounds. It will have 2 lower AC.
All right, its AC goes
Okay.
down by 2 points for the next 7 rounds.
Bless you, Xander.
Yep. Golden cracks begin to appear all over its body as Xander is going to run up to here. Oh, that kind of goes through the table, so I'll say he goes there.
Alrighty. And once you finish moving, that will take us on to the beginning of round 3. And this mysterious figure is going to take a 5-foot step to the east and make a full attack toward Valentino. All right, Val, this creature is going to strike you
Concealment.
for high or low.
Is this to me or Shane?
Either.
You pick Shane. I don't need this weight on my shoulders.
Oh yeah,
I'm
because
Oh,
both
tired
of you
low.
have
of
been
it.
doing so good.
Look, I'm just feeling.
Low hits.
All right, that's a hit. You are struck for 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
You are injured, and that is this creature's turn. That takes us on to Louie.
Louie is going to run forward, match with Bastion. Sorry about this. And he is going to pull his hand apart with the kind of limp dangling one below it and take Bastion's shoulder and run his hand all the way down to the tips of his fingertips, and will cast Cat's Grace on Bastion.
Oh, thanks, bro.
And you can see like kind of this like almost butterfly like tattoo motif on his skin kind of flow from the fingertips all the way up and go to his other arm.
All right. Bastion now has Cat's Grace. And that will take us on to Zu'lin.
Kick its
You
ass.
are up.
All right, Zu'lin is going to throw a vial at the feet of this assassin.
Okay.
It's going to be a bomb.
You got it. Precise bomb.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead. A 17 touch
17?
will hit.
Fuck yes.
Okay.
So a 17 touch is going to hit. The mysterious figure is struck for 12 points of fire damage. And Valentino and the gelatinous orb are both spared the effect because of your precise bombs ability. And that is good. Target is badly injured after that.
Is there any like double damage with the fire?
No.
Okay. Alright. Ice doesn't work, but fire's not better.
It also had glass in it. Did it do any extra glass damage?
It did the glass damage too. Yeah. Anything else from Zu'lin?
No, Zu'lin's going to stay here at the moment.
You got
Actually-
it. All right.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
No.
All right.
Good.
Gelatinous orb is up. It is going to once again try the head engulfing ability.
Come on.
Eventually, this guy is going to roll bad reflex, but it hasn't happened yet. So it tries to jump up and engulf the head of the mysterious figure again. It is going to miss. The gelatinous orb ends up on the other side of the creature and ends its turn. Val, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna do something similar to last time. I figure based on how things are laid out, my better chance is to flip up onto the table.
Okay.
Ready my weapon near its throat for when Bastion steps into place.
You got it.
Coordinated sneak.
Okay. And that will take us on then to Bastion, who's going to 5-foot step to the northeast and trigger your attack. Go ahead.
Come on, buddy.
Its AC has been lowered because of Xander's ability.
Hey, that was a critical threat for 31. I do not think an 18 confirms.
An 18 does not confirm. If anybody wants to throw a hero point Valentino's way to
Nope.
potentially re-roll that
I have
confirmation.
His
eaten enough
rerolls
today.
ain't good.
No, they're not.
Okay. In that case, it is still a hit for 19 points of damage, and that will bring the mysterious figure down to near death, which will take us on to Bastion's full attack. So he is going to attack from a flank. Sneak attack 2-weapon fighting with his rapier and his dagger, getting a 20. Apologies. A 23 and a 25, both hit.
Okay.
Nice.
So Bastion moves in, and as he brings his rapier and dagger in, he slashes and stabs and stabs and slashes, and you can tell that he is fighting extra hard, not only because he wants this thing destroyed, but because he is, in his mind, keeping it away from Louie, and is going to do 26 total points of damage to the creature. And as he strikes into the core of this thing, it is going to very quickly shift from being a flesh and blood creature, which, by the way, it hasn't bled at all. Anytime you struck it, no blood has left its body. But as it is struck enough this time, however, it is going to shift from being something that looks like a person wrapped in like dark leather. It is going to shift from that into ice and snow. And as it is turning into ice and snow, it lets out a single word: freedom. And it is going to die. And as it is destroyed, it leaves behind on the ground only a snowdrift.
Zu'lin is going to dash over to this potential corpse on the ground.
Okay. You rush over to Elena.
So will Xander.
First things first, I'll get on my knees, and I'm going to be inspecting, see if there's any breathing, if there's any signs of life.
I will take a heal check.
Got it.
That's my first one. And
Nat
here's
20.
my second one.
Let's go,
Nice.
Zu'lin.
Xander, the beat of your heart can be felt in your eardrums as you are deafened to the world around you. And as much as you wish to concentrate on the work in front of you, you seem panicked and unable to concentrate on the basic work of diagnosing this being in front of
Sure.
you. Zu'lin, however, your dispassion toward most things is going to serve you well in this moment, as you very calmly and carefully examine the body and recognize that this person is barely clinging to life.
Stab. With healing.
Oh, okay.
With you,
Jesus Christ, dude, you gotta.
He's
I just had to put her out
Fix
of her
that.
misery.
All right, go ahead and activate a healing ability there, and we will see what happens.
It's
the
12.
needle doesn't
12.
damage.
All right, so you hit Elena with a Cure Light Wounds syringe, and that is going to take Elena from -10 to +2, which is going to be just enough to cause Elena to regain consciousness. Her body, I didn't quite explain this completely clearly, but most of her clothes have been shredded in various ways, and aside from like her undergarments, she's mostly at this point unclothed. You can see her skin has been meticulously carved and tattooed almost with these symbols all over her body, these jagged circles repeated over and over and over and over. And she regains consciousness as the syringe takes effect. Some of them begin to heal over and close, but she's still woefully injured, and she can barely lift her head up off the ground as she tries to blink a few times and just begins to cough.
Louie's gonna cover her so that she has some privacy with his half cloak or half cape, just so that she doesn't have to be in the middle of a bunch of people naked. So,
But
yeah.
she has her small clothes still on.
Yeah, that.
But, yeah.
So
I just saying she's not.
Respectfully?
That's fine. You are being respectful. I'm saying she's not technically naked. That's all. I just want that to be clear. Louie, you throw your cloak over to not only cover her for modesty purposes, but also to help warmth, because I'm sure she's quite cold after that experience. She coughs a few times and will look around as if in a daze and look up at Louie, and she's going to whisper something toward you, but it's inaudible.
What are you saying?
Do you wish to get closer?
Yeah. Of
All right,
course.
you lean down real close. She whispers again toward you. Please make a perception check.
Okay. It's 26.
You listen with every fiber of your being to make out the words she's trying to say. And she's saying two words very, very quietly. She's barely able to whisper in the current state that she's in. But she says, "Rain check."
Oh, baby. Louie just hugs her at that point.
So-
Valentino's gonna produce one of his healing potions. See if we want to use that.
Yeah. And while this is happening, Zoom will also administer partial anesthetic
Okay.
for pain.
For the pain, you got it.
And I would like to use a lesser restoration on her.
Okay. You throw a restoration out. We get some anesthetic going on. And before you know it, Elena she passes out. So she falls asleep. And you all can move her somewhere more comfortable than the floor.
Do we, by any chance hear the sound of trees running in our directions?
Yeah.
No. By the way, a small orb of gel is going to slip out the window and go into town.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
I was going to disperse it, but let it live its life for all it can.
What the fuck is wrong with you and your flubber ass hoe?
Hey,
What the
Flubber was a
that
good
was-
guy.
You
We
can just say something like that and move on.
we should take her to the mayor.
We
Right?
should take her to, I mean,
We
a
can't
healer,
just
I would
leave her
think.
alone. Well, I don't know.
To the temple, I would think.
Okay. I know we can't stay in town, but we should take her somewhere
Yeah,
where
we
she's
need to
safe.
get going.
Thank goodness.
What? Grem hates to do this. Where the fuck was Stavik in all of this?
He's currently somewhere else, like loading up the cart with Husa.
Yeah. It's this comedy of errors of him just slowly getting Husa from the green fields to the wagon, and he just is everything is like it's almost like a what is it? What's the Mr. Magoo? It's like a Mr. Magoo style like farce of him getting Husa from this building to the wagon because these crazy things keep happening and she keeps getting like moved further away from town because of like various accidents and misunderstandings, and he's just on his own like crazy little side quest.
Here's Elena come back and is like, "How was the date?" And just hears, "Ah! Ah!" It's like that bad, huh?
It's like the next time you see Stavik, he's just got like horseshoe prints like all over his armor, and you're like, "What happened?" He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
He's got clown makeup on his skull.
Yeah, so don't ask.
Okay. Let's take her to a let's take her to a temple. I don't even care. Let's take her to a temple, then we'll find Stavik, okay? I just want to make
Yeah.
sure she's safe and
Of course, yeah.
she's safest far away from us.
All right, so from there, you take her to a temple in town.
What temples are there in town?
That's an excellent question. So there is a Symphonia shrine in the middle of town, but
Is there
that's
an
not exactly
Eden?
known.
Is there an Eden temple?
Yeah, the Old Stone.
Yeah.
Is there? Is that
Yeah, it's an old temple to Eden.
Oh.
Yeah, right up here.
Take
fucking-
her.
fucking that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I figured we were taking her.
Okay.
If any place is safe from trees, it's fucking
Trees?
Eden temple.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
They might be in cahoots.
You arrive there, and there's trees everywhere.
Eden says, "This is me. This is my voice now."
I
I talk to you and only you.
I only talk after people kill my tiger friend.
Oh my god, guys.
That's right. That's what put it over the edge. Someone killed her pet tiger, and now she's talking to everybody. So you make your way to the Old Stone, and the Edenites will take Elena and administer some healing, emergency healing there to make sure that she's okay and stabilized. And she is going to be kept there for a while to rest, but she remains unconscious after the ordeal that she has gone through. What
Hey, when I
then
know she's not the killer.
would you like to do?
Louie looks a little catatonic currently.
While people were handing her off to the priest here, Xander would have walked away a little bit and then called out to his friend.
Yes.
I'm curious. This is the second time that thing has attacked and drawn those symbols. Do you know anything about it?
I could look into it for you, if you'd like me to.
I would very much appreciate that, friend.
Though I have a question.
Yes.
Would I receive anything in return for my help?
A crisp thank you.
What could I offer in return for that inquiry?
I would like to deepen our friendship. But I understand if you wish to take things carefully. I will think on it.
Thank you. I mean no disrespect, and I certainly would like to deepen our friendship as well, but given what you know, I must take things slowly.
Of course.
And the voice fades from your mind.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
For Zu'lin's memory, did he get a look at that assassin's face?
Kind of. Most of it was covered in like a black leather mask. The only part that was clearly visible was the eyes and also the hair. The killer seemed to have like long brown hair, and their eyes sort of had a orange-red glow that was definitely not natural. Most things don't have glowing eyes.
What about their outfit? Anything in particular?
It was sort of this skin-tight black leather suit, basically, with a hood up over their head, partially covering their neck and back and sides of their head.
Did it look like the picture?
Yeah.
Did they have the wrapping on one arm?
Kind of. The wrapping is sort of around a great deal of the creature.
Okay.
So it's like black leather across most of it.
Okay. That's all. Well, what are we gonna do now? Would you say?
We should probably keep moving.
Yes.
I looked at. Does it look like everybody's in agreement?
Louie's
Bastion's
just
kind of quiet.
staring off into space.
Bastion is near Louie, sort of watching them to make sure they're okay.
Not only do we know this nature thing is chasing us, but honestly, I think that he needs to get out of this town.
Yeah.
And Zu'lin will nod to that.
It seems like the more we go, the more we might be the problem. Shit.
Don't tell yourself that. We're solving problems.
I don't know, bro. Too much bad shit keeps following us. I'm starting to think that maybe, like, we're not doing any good in the world. That we're only making shit worse.
Times get like this at times, now and then. We have to face some adversity to triumph over it.
Xander's gonna just walk out.
Well, in that case, you make your way out of the old stone, make your way back to the wagon, where you find Stavik is in the last moments of loading Husa up onto the wagon.
I like to imagine that the wagon actually ran into the old stone. Just so happened at the Stavik chasing it.
Yeah. It was the last part of the giant chase scene. Like, you can hear like the Blues Brothers music somehow in the distance. And
I don't understand that one. What does
It's
that
a
sound like?
movie.
Oh, guards flying over each other.
Yeah,
Fucking-
it's guards. There's just like a pile up of like guards nearby. It's a whole thing. It's also, it's a movie. I'll force you to watch it someday. Anyway, you all load up on the wagon, and with with yourselves in tow, and you make your way out of Saraibo once again, heading to the northeast as you begin heading toward Rosalejo. As you look back at the town, you can't help but think that you're not entirely sure if your actions here have made this place any better, or if your actions here have made this town worse.
But what I do know is that this was the idea of a like business tycoon magnate, and it was really her fault, just like in most capitalism.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's about right.
Vera would have solved this problem proper, like, day
That's
one.
true.
But like, just kill the olive lady. And then, like,
Yeah.
you can't just
Yeah,
do
you're
that.
right.
She's like, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, Vera would have just cut the head off the beast and been done with it.
While we're heading out of Saraibo, though he's very quiet, Louie will just touch Xander's arm. Still kind of having a far and off look, but it's more of an I'm here gesture.
Sure. Xander doesn't seem to notice, and his skin once again is hard.
Mm-hmm. Louie will stay there, but eventually his arm will drop, and he just stares ahead as we move on with our cart and our poor Lintakivi just in there.
Still in fetal position. Yeah.
Why does everyone look so sad?
Yeah, you'll be asked that tonight.
Yeah.
So your group moves on to the northeast toward Rosalejo. It is a 5-day journey. Hopefully you don't run into any hags this time, and you will potentially arrive there soon. But as you leave Saraibo, you're left with almost a feeling of defeat, which of course is a foreign concept to Valentino. But yeah, it's a rough feeling that sort of leaves a bad taste in all of your mouths. And it is in that air of uncertainty and potential loss that we will leave our heroes for the week and catch you next time.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time!